What the heck? Did it actually pick up the click of the mouse?
Stop.
Because I even whispered and it didn't do anything.
Click.
What the hell was that?
I don't know. Hey guys, welcome back to Project Yare.
I thought that was worth it.
It was not worth it. Fuck you.
It took so much effort.
Just
You had to put on a mask and then make noise. It was crazy.
the click, man.
That's so crazy that it picked up the click, but it didn't pick up us talking before.
Yeah. Cause like I even whispered because I was like, I can see it. Like,
Wait, what if it only hits up like certain frequencies?
That could be it.
Certain beats.
Because like it sort of picked up whenever I was doing that earlier, but
It picked up, but it was going so fast that I couldn't even keep up. Cause then
Sing the Yare Shack song. Put that on.
I don't sing that anymore.
No, that's perfect.
Yeah, sing it. Technical difficulties. Ready? Welcome back to Yare Shack.
Yare Shack, baby, Yare Shack.
Sing it right. Come on.
Yare Shack, baby, Yare Shack. Yeah.
I don't really know how it works.
Me neither.
Hello there.
Good morrow, Squire.
Yep. How art thou today?
Ohio.
Ohio.
It's not.
Ohio gozaimasu.
It's not morning.
Orale.
Hey, you never know. Somebody watching this could be in the morning.
Spanish.
Muy bonita.
Yeah.
Muy.
Muy feo.
No.
Muy
You
feo.
know, it's not a bad mask, but it's
Well,
kind of stupid.
It's almost Halloween. Got like a whole, what?
2 weeks.
2 weeks till Halloween?
What's today? 12?
Yes.
Over 2
What the
weeks.
fuck is click? Move that bottle.
That's what I was hearing. I
I
thought it was
hearing that
him.
too. No, I thought it was you shaking your leg or something.
No, it was the table. It was the bottle hitting that wrapper while it was vibrating. I think.
I was like, Nick's got a bomb in his house.
Everybody
We
be
just don't
quiet.
know it.
Everybody shut up. What is that?
It's that!
Oh, it's your briefcase. That's what's making
Wait,
the noise.
hold
On
on.
the other side.
What is making that noise?
That's what I'm trying to figure
Take
out.
the briefcase off the table.
Oh! It's that.
Okay,
How
take,
does that
yeah,
work?
take the briefcase off the table.
That's
Yeah.
weird.
Briefcase.
I don't even know how that works.
So it wasn't even the bottle that I was hearing. It was the briefcase the whole time. And that's some shit. Okay. So, Halloween. Like 2 weeks away. Right?
Yeah, what are you guys doing?
That's what I was going to ask you, asshole. What are you doing?
You guys want to go to a haunted trail?
No.
What?
I asked you what you were
I
doing.
don't want to see.
No, you're saying
people.
it right now.
You're gonna Yare Shack on Halloween?
Sure, we are.
What day is Halloween's on a Thursday.
So?
We're not Yare Shacking on a Thursday.
Because the
If
work
it's the only thing we're doing, then
You expect me to get off of work, go home, shower, come over here, you do a Yare Shack, and then leave on a
there'll be
Thursday?
candy.
I expect you to get off work.
Look, I was saying there'll be
I
candy.
expect you to
You're not
get
even
off-
on camera. Get on
I
camera.
don't need to be on camera.
I
Get on
expect,
It's
camera.
very obvious that I am stroking what little facial hair I haven't contemplated.
I expect you
Well,
to
you
take
definitely
an
ain't
extra
scratching your
pair
head.
of clothes and take a shower at Nick's
Gross.
and then go home.
Oh.
That's disgusting. Have
You
you
know,
been
I didn't
there?
even say anything. You know, I didn't even say anything about doing a Yare Shack. I just said come here, take a shower, and go home.
That'd be weird.
Wait, wait.
Yo, can I use your shower? What's wrong with yours? Nothing.
So you want to do a Yare Shack? No, I gotta go, man.
No, we haven't done a Yare Shack in a while.
No, we haven't.
Been 6 long.
We can't even.
This is the first. We haven't done a visual Yare Shack in a long time.
Yeah.
I don't think we've ever done one.
Yeah, we have.
We filmed one, but it didn't come out. Because the video was fucking up. Like, the video kept freezing, but the audio was fine.
No, when we were sitting at the table, we got a couple.
Oh, we have those that we saw on here. Remember when we were deleting stuff off Nick's computer?
Yeah, but
And it was like early
I
time.
think we cut the video out of that.
We may have.
I
Oh
think-
yeah.
I don't think we've ever done a video
Are
podcast.
you gonna cut the video out of this?
No. It's very interesting.
Stop trying to grab my titty.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing. Way over here.
You're almost there.
Reach,
Get it, little baby.
reach.
Get it. Oh.
I
What are you trying to tickle?
don't know.
You trying to poke my belly?
Okay.
I ain't the Pillsbury Doughboy,
So,
bitch.
yeah, first ever visual Yare Shack.
Yeah.
Haven't done a Yare Shack in weeks because
First Yare Shack here.
we've been trying the Let's Play format of Yare Shack, which is
Boring.
isn't any more or less successful than the non-video game version of it.
It's also hard too, because like you said earlier, because it's hard to stay focused on one thing and the other.
Well, what it basically boiled down to was Nick playing Pokemon and bitching every 30 seconds and us talking about something or you looking up.
And mostly it was only thing you guys were doing was talking about Pokemon.
Yeah, because I bought plushies.
Yep.
Twice.
I bought plushies on stream. No, I didn't.
No, you talked about it the second time.
Oh, I talked about buying them. I bought them in the first one, and the second one I talked about when I got them.
Yeah, because he was disappointed because they weren't the right size. They were small.
They were smaller than I thought they were going to be.
Yeah, I want to
'Cause
buy
I
a big
checked
ass
the dimensions.
Snorlax.
Buy one. You can get them on eBay.
Yeah.
Can I just put it in here?
I don't know if it fit.
Right there.
I want to buy the slime controller for my Switch. Have you not seen that?
No.
They made a Dragon Quest slime controller. Originally, they made it for like the PS4, but
Pull it up on your phone. I want to see a picture of it.
We'll put a picture in it. And just,
No, it won't.
to know what he's talking about,
You don't get
he'll put one.
No, he'll just put his phone near the camera.
That means he has to get up. You think he's going to get up?
He's going to hand it to me.
Well,
So
you gonna
I
do
can
it?
see, yeah. I have easy access to the camera. I'm right here. Not even on camera.
You
I
said
am.
you're easy.
I am easy. Easy like Sunday morning.
Easy
She's
like
also
Sunday
evil and like a
morning.
bitch. I got the ends, bro. I got Joan of Arc with fire powers.
Okay.
I've
I've
been
been
about
watching.
Drifters. You've
Yeah, no.
seen that.
Yeah, that's where the easy like Sunday morning came in. Konosuba, I've been watching that.
Move
What
the
is that?
pictures over.
What is that?
It's a slime. It's
Oh
a
my-
controller.
That's awful. That looks super uncomfortable.
Apparently, it's not though.
The treasure chest thing's not bad though. Does that come with it?
Yeah. It's what you like a dock for your Switch, but it doesn't dock actually.
Well, I mean that's kind of dumb.
Huh, he likes to dock.
So it's the little slime guy from Dragon Quest, and then on the back he's like a controller, and it's like, ooh, it looks uncomfortable to me. It kind of looks like
You're taking a slime from behind?
no, it kind of looks. You remember the Deuce controller for the original Xbox?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Like it looks
The
like
big
it's
one.
yeah, it looks like it's too big, and it'd be uncomfortable.
I've seen some people use it. They're like, it's kind of weird. They said, but because it like fits in your hand so well, like it's not awkward feeling like you'd think it'd be.
Well, like, and that's the other thing was like, even with the Deuce controller, even though my friend had an Xbox, and that was
Is that a charge dock?
No.
That it sits on top of?
I mean, you can just stand. It just sits on there.
it's cardboard.
I wish it was a dog.
my friend had an original Xbox, and whenever we would go over there, he had two small ones and two Deuce controllers. And because it was his Xbox, he would get one of the small ones. And because my brother was older and stronger than I was, he would get one of the small ones. So I would always have to use the big fat Deuce controller. But I got used to it. And then by the one time I actually got to use the small controller, and I was like, I'd rather have the big one.
Yeah.
So like I can understand using that and then getting used to it and having it feel comfortable.
That's more like a PlayStation controller, too.
Well, they also have one for PlayStation 4.
I mean,
when it first originally came out.
The Switch Pro controllers are basic. Well, they're more like an Xbox controller than a PlayStation controller.
Huh.
Yeah.
Treasure chest stand and circlet must be cut and
They're-
assembled.
Their handles are a
Is that
little
allowed?
different though than an Xbox controller.
Yeah, but
I
like the
think I
button
like
layout. The button layout's more like an Xbox because the PlayStation has the two in the center,
Yeah.
where the Xbox has one here, one here.
Yeah, which is funny because
And
like,
but
if you look at that controller,
what's
if you look at the
interesting-
slime controller, it looks like more of a PlayStation vibe to it.
What's interesting is in Japan, a lot of the times, like if this was a PlayStation controller, this would be circle. In Japan, circle means go instead of X. So a lot of times you press this button instead of this button. So which is why on the
You trying to buy
Nintendo
that?
controller,
You trying to buy that?
No, I'm considering it whenever I actually have money.
on the Nintendo Pro controller, this is the A button, and this is the B button, right? And then, because that's why.
Yeah,
Because this would be the spot where this would be the advanced button, this would be the A button.
because Y is actually where
Yeah.
X is.
So, it's weird how every game that gets brought over here for like us, and it's always like A or X to go forward, they have to physically change that. So it's like localized for us because normally it'd be a different button to go.
Yeah,
because I have some Japanese games that aren't localized, but they're like region lock free, and you have to press circle to advance, and it fucks with me all the time because I'm like, this isn't normal.
You can't change controls?
Well, you can, but like, sometimes you can't, sometimes you can. Depends on the game.
Or if you can, just change the controls.
And then just get used to it. Don't be a bitch.
You're the one bitching about it.
And?
Don't be a bitch.
That's like
I'm not.
People always.
I get used to it.
Like I always see where people will talk about like Nintendo. Nintendo's always been the same. Everything. It's like yeah, if it's not broke, don't fix it. Like the control scheme has always been the same.
What's interesting though is with the Z button.
Yeah.
Right. Like on the N64, it was here, and then on the GameCube, it was like a little bumper above the regular triggers,
which is a great place for it.
Okay, and then on the Wii, it was on the nunchuck.
Yeah,
and there was two of them. There was a Z1, Z2, and then on the Wii U, I don't know where it is on that pad.
I don't think it's on there.
And then on the Switch with like the Pro Switch controller, it does because the two up on it's LZ and RZ.
Yeah.
Okay.
Those are the Z buttons
instead of L1, L1.
Yeah, because those are the Z buttons, which were invented for Zelda.
Mm-hmm.
That's not true.
Are you sure it's not?
No, yeah.
Because like I don't remember it ever really being useful in Mario 64. I only remember.
It was already on the controller. They didn't invent the controller with like, oh, this will work great when we make a Zelda game.
No, I knew you didn't mean that.
Well, I said the Z button was invented for Zelda. Was what I said.
Oh.
And I was like, no, it wasn't. That's a lie. But Z targeting is totally a Zelda thing.
Yeah.
What you'd use the Z button for?
Huh?
You'd use the Z button for that.
I'm pretty sure, didn't in like Mario 64, didn't Z like reset the camera behind you?
It may have.
And then in like Mario 64, that's how you threw stuff. That was your fire.
Which
button.
is so.
I know what it did now. I remember now. What? It, if I remember correctly, it allowed you to crouch. Like it's how people did like the long jump.
Yeah. Okay, where he did the backflip.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I was trying to think, I was like, what was that used for?
What did it do in Donkey Kong? Did it fire?
It also allowed him to do like the duck, and then you could do the jumping, and then one of the C buttons allowed you to pull out your gun, which is great. I love Donkey Kong guns. It's great. It's such a great idea.
It's a horrible game.
It's a great game.
Garbage people.
It's a great game.
What do you think?
He's never played it.
You like garbage?
No.
Yeah. See, people don't like garbage, AJ.
Everybody loves garbage.
No, they don't.
You know why?
Because
one person's trash is another person's treasure.
You got me there. I can't say anything about that. You got trash taste, but you like your trash, and good for you.
Yeah.
Well, I consider trash you like, so that's your
I don't
trash.
have to conform to everybody else. Be one of the faces in the crowd.
It's like, you're such a fucking conformist. Why don't you be a non-conformist like us? Well, how do I do that? All you gotta do is dress like us and agree with everything we say.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I love South Park.
So stupid.
Good stuff.
Oh, yeah. We got brownies. And ice cream.
There's no nuts in them, right?
What?
Brownies.
I don't know. I didn't make them.
I want female brownies.
Do you really not like nuts in your brownies?
I don't either. I don't like nuts in general.
But it's okay if it's just one or two. You can pick out.
Nobody likes a surprise.
You don't like to get nutted
on? Like if you buy those brownies that like come in the box or whatever, like I like the
walnuts. The cosmic brownie.
The
cosmic.
No, the cosmic ones are the like rainbow
chocolate chips.
Well, I mean, it's the same thing.
Yeah, but they got like little walnuts on them. You can pick those off because they're all on top. But if they're like in the brownie, then it's like.
And you bite it.
You'll never know.
Except when you eat it.
It's fine. You can just get right past it. Unless you're completely allergic to it. Are you allergic to nuts?
I'm allergic to nuts.
You're full of shit.
I'm allergic to the taste and texture of nuts.
You'll never taste it with the ice cream.
Yes, I am allergic.
Fucking lie.
You'll never taste it with the blueberry ice cream on top.
What kind of ice cream is it?
Blueberry.
I won't eat that.
No, I'm joking. It's chocolate peanut butter.
I won't eat that either.
It's Reese's ice cream?
Yeah.
I might eat it. I don't know. I don't want to mix that together.
Brownie, a chocolate brownie with chocolate and peanut butter.
No, I'm a vanilla ice cream kind of guy.
All I have is butter pecan, peanut butter and chocolate, and blueberry cheesecake.
Gross. Peanut butter, chocolate, blueberry cheesecake. That just sounds awful.
I'm a vanilla ice cream kind
I
of
know.
guy. It's the only ice
Believe
cream
me.
I eat.
What's your favorite vanilla ice cream?
The fuck kind of ice cream is that?
What's your favorite vanilla ice cream?
Cookies and cream.
Blueberry or blueberry? Bluebell.
No. There's different types of ice cream. That's
Cookies
French
and
vanilla,
cream.
regular vanilla, vanilla
What's
bean.
vanilla, dude?
All natural vanilla. Vanilla extract. Come on. No.
I think it's Bluebell. There's a picture of a cow on it. It says fucking
So
vanilla.
vanilla's your favorite ice cream.
Yes.
What's yours?
I like chocolate chip cookie dough and cookies and cream. That's
You know what? I like chocolate chip cookie dough too because it's vanilla ice cream with chocolate cookie dough. And cookies and cream is just vanilla ice cream with Oreos smashed up in it.
And it's still good.
Those are pretty
My
good.
favorite's Neapolitan.
You would.
You would Neapolitan.
No, seriously, I
I
like
don't
it.
want to have an opinion, so I like all of them.
The fuck you talk? No, seriously, I
I
don't.
don't pick sides. I'm on my own.
I like it when it's mixed together. Like it has a really great palate.
I don't know. I'm just.
You get the chocolate, the vanilla, and then that really nice palate cleanser, the strawberry, right at the end.
I'm just a straight vanilla kind of guy. That's how I like my ice cream.
Yeah, you're very.
I like
vanilla.
my ice cream like I like my world viewpoint vanilla.
I like my ice cream like I like my coffee, and I like my coffee like I like my women. Without a penis. Most of the time.
Would you pour your coffee over some vanilla ice cream?
Sure.
You basically eat your cream and sugar right there.
Sure.
What about gelato?
You know what kind of creamer I put in my coffee? French vanilla.
I thought you were gonna say pumpkin spice.
No.
You know what kind of creamer I put in
You
my coffee?
know. You fucking know that I hate pumpkin spice, and I hate people who like it.
Hey, you know what kind of creamer I put in my coffee? I like
Gross.
coffee.
No.
I don't drink
Yeah,
coffee. either.
you guys don't like coffee. I like coffee.
I had, like, what's funny is my sister's like, it's weird that you don't like coffee. I was like, I freaking hate coffee. I had it when I was 8 and I hated it then.
I hated coffee when I was a kid, and then
As an adult, you're like, man, I need that goddamn coffee.
No, I don't drink coffee all the time.
I don't like the smell. I told my dad,
Every
I
now
said,
and
your
then,
coffee.
but, like-
I told my dad his coffee smells like cigarettes. He said, this isn't McDonald's coffee.
When I got in
Oh,
college,
the coffee machine works, but their ice cream don't?
okay, 100% legit.
Colin Dairy.
I never really drank coffee that much, and then when I went to college, I was hanging out with this girl named Leah.
Was it the one that you were videoing with?
No.
That was a different girl?
Yes.
That's like
And-
high school.
We would no.
That was
Right.
college.
Anyway,
You look the same, Brad.
we would
No, he had hair.
we would go
That's
to
true.
we would go to the Starbucks that was in the like
Listen to this guy over here.
Fucking
saying
rec
he was
center.
at Starbucks.
yeah, we went to Starbucks all the time.
You sicking me.
He look like a guy. Does he look like a guy that would go to Starbucks after watching all the videos that he has pushed?
Brad looks like somebody who would make fun of somebody going to Starbucks.
That's my thing.
I'm being real.
Especially the logistical banana bread.
I can see Brad sitting out there looking on his phone at something. Somebody walks in there.
they come out. Oh, that's all you got? You got a venti?
We would go so we would go to Starbucks or we would go to the library because the library had a coffee shop in it too.
What was
Joe
better?
Muggs.
I don't know. It was just.
What was better? Is what I said.
Oh, probably the one at the library.
Quieter.
But I would always get a white chocolate mocha because they're delicious.
They are.
Quieter. That's what people used to call
I get the ones
Seagull.
at work. They're gross.
I've never had coffee out of a machine like a vending machine coffee.
You never had
Yeah, but it's the same thing.
Boss Black.
Yeah, I've had that, and it's disgusting.
Yeah, it is.
No, okay, I've never
Pure
gone.
Tommy Lee Jones.
I've never
Yeah, Black
gone.
Boss. What?
I've never gone to a vending machine that makes you coffee when you put money into it. I've never had one of those before. I've had coffee out of a coffee machine that I made myself, or like somebody made in front of me. They're like they add all the shit.
I've had cocoa.
You made sure you watched
and
it.
regretted it.
I'm like, yeah, I was waiting.
So what if that machine at work was clear and you could watch it happen the entire time?
It's not relevant. That's not why I don't go to it. I'm just saying I've never gone to one.
Would you ever?
Would I?
If it's cold enough.
I don't know. Coffee's kind of like a thing I drink in the morning. And I
You work in the morning?
One. Well, most of the time, when it's really cold out, I'll make coffee at home.
Oh, they have hot chocolate too.
And then I'll bring it.
They have hot chocolate.
Fuck! When I was in high school, they sold coffee in the library.
What?
Yeah, and I would always get a hot cocoa French vanilla mix. It's delicious.
I kind of like that coffee shop that they had at Walmart.
Oh, the Seattle's Best?
Yeah.
Yeah, that thing you got me that one time that tasted like a...
Christmas in a cup?
No, it was like a... It reminded me of like it was like a cinnamon... It was like a cinnamon thing.
You compared it to Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
Like the milk. Yeah, it was like the milk after a Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
But he waited till it cooled down.
That sounds pretty good.
That's the other thing. I don't drink coffee when it's really, really hot.
Yeah, but it was really good when it was warm.
Sure.
I waited until it was like,
lukewarm.
Yeah.
So I like the milk after Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
But it was good, right? Hey, but it was good, right?
Yeah.
I like shit like that, you know? I'm not a big coffee drinker.
But that was coffee, but it doesn't taste like coffee.
No. Like, I don't like the taste of coffee. I love the smell of coffee.
Like, just straight black coffee, I don't drink that either.
My sister loves black coffee, which is really weird.
God,
which is really weird because my sister used to like her coffee.
It felt like someone just stabbed me in the back. Because I know what I'm going to say will make him stab me in the back.
Did you just stroke?
Oh, God.
All of a sudden I heard
No, I sneezed and it felt like someone stabbed me in the back after you said something.
He wanted to make a joke about your sister liking black cock when you said coffee, and then he fucked himself.
God was like, nope, don't do it. That non-existent.
Okay, so like when I was really young, my dad made me drink a mug of black coffee because he was convinced. I mean, I don't know if it's true or not, but he told me, since I was always really hyper in the morning when I was a kid, that if I drank coffee, it would actually calm me down.
No.
It worked, because I would drink it, but...
All your energy just did not throw up.
Yeah, so like, it kind of worked.
Yeah. See, I never had energy in the morning. I was always like, oh, that's good.
Do you have energy ever?
Do you?
Yeah.
Bull crap.
What?
You take a nap in the middle of the day, you got energy all the time. What are you talking about?
We take 7 naps in a day.
I can't take naps at work.
You used to.
Long time ago. It's been
and
like
then you take naps in the middle of our reactions all the time.
First off, you used to brag about being able to just take a nap and people just think
you're
awake.
What I was saying was, I would get my job done and I'd have free time. That was the key point there. All you got out of it was the sleeping.
I don't know. Like
I'm so free. I get my job done so bad that I have to go fill up his line when it goes down because Will can't.
It's not even Will can't. Will won't.
There was a time where like I was at work, I was going down all the time, and every time I would go down, he would drive by, and then he would just assumed I never did anything. I was always just standing around.
Do you ever do anything? You're like, no.
I work all the time.
Yeah.
I didn't come here where I came here to get paid.
But hey, I made Carrie call me sir. I didn't make her. She just now calls me sir.
Huh. I don't even work for Carrie anymore.
No, it's weird. Like I brought her parts, right? She's like, "Thank you, sir."
I work for Joseph now.
Do you want me to take your empties? Yes, please, sir.
Wait, Joseph who?
There you go.
Oh.
Yeah.
I'm actually surprised he still has a job up there.
Why? He's good at his job.
He's a weird dude.
That's not what I was saying. No, he.
He looks like he's mad all the time too.
Like he.
I get told that all the time too, though.
He got up in someone on third shift's face and everything, and like chewed him out for no reason.
Well,
and
it's
then,
third shift.
Oh no, I know what it was. He told a guy. Apparently, this guy that I knew who used to be one of my line managers when I first worked out there when I was on the line. Mm-hmm. His wife apparently miscarried.
Oh, I heard this too.
Yeah.
And like the guy wanted to take time off, and Joseph said something really rude about it.
Yeah, dude, it's messed up.
It's messed up.
Not relevant.
It's not
at all. So let's not talk about it.
I wasn't going fully into it.
Anyway, well, you know what? Speaking of Joseph, we were talking. We like to talk about video games at work because Joseph likes to play video games.
Really?
Yes, and he has a PS4, and he's been he had been talking about Mafia 3 a lot, and PlayStation was having a sale earlier this week.
Did you get it?
Yeah, I bought the.
Did you play it?
Did
you go to Burbank?
I bought the special edition or whatever it was because it was like $15 on this sale, And I had to finish up Watch Dogs 2, which I did earlier this week. And I told
Watch
you guys,
underscore dogs.
I told you guys about that. I don't think there's an underscore in it.
Was there not? I thought there was in the first one.
No.
Maybe.
Because I remember everybody making fun of it because it was supposed to be like a email address type thing.
I don't remember. First one sucked. Second one sucks too, but it's better than the first one.
I don't know. I like the psychedelic trips that you could take in the first one.
The
Like
Wii U
the,
one
like the
is
spider
best.
one. Hey, like the spider
I
one.
can't say that with a straight face.
Take the psychedelic trip, you become like a robot spider.
It's not a psychedelic trip. You break into a fucking weapons factory.
No. There's a little trip thing you can take, and you take it, and you're a spider, a mechanical spider that shoots rockets.
The only mechanical spider I remember in the second one was in
First one.
Oh, I didn't really play the first one that much because I didn't like it.
Oh, well, fuck you.
I never finished the first one because I was like,
You go to Lugal?
I don't want to play this anymore.
Is it called Lugal?
What?
The company you get to break into?
Noodle.
Noodle. You get to break into Noodle. It's Lugal on GTA. Alright.
Yeah.
What? Yeah, the first one doesn't have an underscore. They probably took it out because everybody's making fun of it.
Yeah.
Anyway, finished that. Booted up. I booted up Mafia 3 for the first time yesterday.
Okay,
And
you
I played it for about 2 hours.
And?
I like it so far. It's fine.
Did the hype help any?
Normally hype makes things worse. Because, like, Nick will talk about something and I'm like, ah, it's probably awful.
Hey, wait a minute. I said, would you ever play Apex? He said no, and then he like came into work. He's like, yo, I played Apex.
That's not what
And
happened.
he got like 4 kills.
Yeah.
Remember when I brought up Pokemon Showdown and everybody's like, no, and then Nick's like, hey, I just discovered this thing called Pokemon
No,
Showdown.
that's not how that works. Wait.
Totally, yeah.
Hey, I'm the Timon to his Pumbaa.
Okay, yeah, he was talking up Apex Legends, and I was like, maybe I'll try it. And then I did. I played like 6 matches. I killed like 4 people. I came into work, said, yeah, it was fun. It was fine. Have not played it again since. Deleted off my PlayStation like a month ago.
I mean, that's like what I did with Fortnite. I got my win, and I was like, I'm done.
I never won. I just got bored.
Wait, you got your win?
I won one time, and I was like, I don't have to play anymore. I'm done.
Did you actually
You tried to
get
play
kills?
you.
Or was it the people on your team?
I didn't have a team. It was just me.
I think Fortnite you can play solo.
You can play
You
solo.
do it in PUBG too.
Oh,
I literally waited around for everybody to just kill each other off, and then the last guy died.
When will this come out?
I don't know.
Tomorrow?
Sure.
So
I mean, you
it's-
need to upload it as soon as we're done.
Oh,
Go ahead.
Said you can do
I don't know how to do it.
it. You're a cuck.
you also gotta get episode 1.
Yeah, and 2.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Speaking of Apex, they have a Halloween event going down Tuesday. And it's solos, and it's basically infected.
It also.
Oh my god, it does have an underscore.
I actually thought you were right too. I was like, well, maybe they did take it out. I was like, I feel like I saw.
So-
it.
Never thought about it. Never cared.
Basically, it's like you and 34 other people, right? You drop in solo onto the first map, Kings Canyon.
Right. I
A new
played
map
that
dropped this season, but it's a night map. Everything's dark,
one.
and it's all solo. So as soon as you die, or if you kill somebody, they turn infected, right? They come back, and they gotta hunt you down.
See, what's
until
funny
there's
is
10 people left.
he told me about this at work. I already know everything he's saying.
Yeah, and then there's 10 people left, and then they gotta survive, try to get to the exfil to survive, while the other 25 people are coming after you.
So it's a mix. I said this at work too. It's a mixture of regular Apex, zombie, and then Dead by Daylight.
Yeah.
Except you don't have to fix any generators to open the door.
No, you just gotta get to it.
You ever think about how Dead by Daylight was gonna come out? Like it already come out on PC and it was coming to consoles and it was gonna be out in like a week. And then Friday the 13th guys pumped their game out before it was even done, just to beat them out, so they could be like, "We did it first," even though they didn't.
But it was fun.
And then the Dead by Daylight guys got Michael Myers and Freddy and like some other people.
They got like almost.
They got everybody who
horror
isn't
person.
Jason.
Yeah. Because like I think Chucky's also in it. And I'm not 100%.
They didn't get Freddy.
Who?
Krueger?
Yeah, they did.
They did?
Uh-huh. He puts them to sleep and everything.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, there's.
It's a special map where everyone's asleep and you gotta.
I think Hellraiser's also in it. I don't really.
Yeah, they basically got everybody who isn't Jason. And honestly, they should just give him Jason too.
They should
just give him everybody.
They're like, you know what? We don't really want the original. We're just gonna take Jason X, and everybody's like, no.
That's perfect. He's my favorite one.
Cyborg Jason. We'll have Freddy and Jason chase you, and then if they meet each other, they'll just fight.
Yo, they should have a game like that, you know? Like the bigwigs meet and they fight each other.
Like an Injustice of
like
horror
movie.
Yeah, but you gotta try to escape them until that happens.
But like Mortal Kombat.
Oh wait,
Jason
no, Fortnite already
both.
did that.
Right.
Fortnite already did that.
Well, I was gonna say with the one you were talking about a second ago. Well, the one that I thought you were talking about with all the like an Injustice of all the horror movie guys. There is one, but it's a.
Mortal Kombat did that.
It's not an official game, but it's an actual game that you can download on like a computer. Where you can
Is
play
it sort of like Jump Showdown?
No.
Oh, like, yeah, Jump.
It's like a shitty old 2D fighter with all the horror people in it. It's like not real.
Like, it's like old school.
Yeah, it's like a ROM hack. It's not official. Somebody just made it, but it exists. And apparently,
who would you be?
It's only somewhat broken.
Somewhat.
What characters would you put in that game? You gotta have 8. Go.
8?
The
I don't
Creeper.
Fucking know. From Scooby Doo?
No.
Oh.
I mean,
so
sure.
Freddy,
He's a
Jason,
pretty
Michael.
scary guy.
Right? So Freddy, Jason,
He's
Michael.
walking go Creeper.
Yeah.
Creeper.
No, I was talking about the demon from Jeepers Creepers. He is called the Creeper, though.
Oh, is he?
I think that's his canon name.
I hear Creeper, I think Scooby-Doo and Minecraft. I have to determine how old the person I'm talking to is, and then I go, okay, they're probably talking about Minecraft.
Alright, so name 8.
I don't know if I could. Okay, Michael Myers, Freddy, Jason,
Chucky,
Texas,
Leatherface,
Pinhead. Who you call him Pinhead?
Jason, Freddy, Michael, Chucky, Pinhead, Leatherface, Scream.
Is it Ghostface?
Ghostface is his name, yeah.
Yeah.
7.
Oh, we just named him. Fuck.
Did we?
Yeah. You just said his name.
The Creeper?
We could do Creeper. Jeepers Creeper.
He's like a demon thing that flies and shit. Like he's a bat monster
Candyman.
thing, right?
Candyman.
Yeah.
I don't know if I know what that is.
And Leprechaun.
Leprechaun.
You know who Candyman is, though.
Do I?
Yeah, he's a black guy with a hook on his hand, and he has like.
Oh fuck! I know what you did last summer.
Yeah, no, not that one.
No. What if we had to do one more? Because
he has like bees all over him.
Oh
I don't
shit!
think I've ever seen that.
Hey.
It?
Pennywise.
Pennywise, that's his name.
Which one?
All of them.
I want Tim Curry.
We can have you can have skin variants.
I want his victory to be.
So like
Waha!
When you pick Jason, you can pick any of the Jasons that exist, even the little kid one who's drowned at the bottom of the lake.
Just like you can do the same thing with Freddy's. Do it with Michael's. You can do it with Chucky's. You can do it with.
There's not a whole lot of variety on Michael.
I mean, you could do like.
The only thing
the different types of masks from all the movies.
It's like the same mask though. It's just William Shatner.
It's William Shatner's face flipped upside down and spray painted, or inside out and spray painted.
But
I mean, there's a couple where it's like it's supposed to be all old and tore up, but it's still the same mask. It wouldn't be that different.
Yeah. Like
wait, DLC.
He's like
Devil's
taller,
Rejects.
because I think he's like taller in. He's
really
Michael Myers is taller though in the Rob Zombie remakes, if I remember right.
Well, that's a different guy.
I know, but I'm saying like that would technically be a different thing. It's just not 100% different.
I don't know. Most alternative skins don't change the height of the character.
Or Pumpkinhead.
Jack Skellington?
No.
I don't know.
There's it's like Pumpkinhead 1, 2,
The Legend of
3,
Sleepy
4.
Hollow.
I don't know what you're saying.
It's on Sci-Fi. They're all like evil people.
That actually Christopher Walken's Headless Horseman would make pretty good DLC character.
Are we talking about the one from Sleepy Hollow?
Yeah.
With Johnny Depp?
Where all he does is just go and just like show his sharp teeth off.
Fuck it, let's get the Ghost of Christmas Past while we're at it.
Yeah.
You want to get Casper too?
No, he's a friendly
Let's
guy.
get Scrooge
Let's get
McDuck. I always saw him as a villain.
Have you ever I don't. Is it called A Christmas Carol with Scrooge McDuck?
Shit. Hey, Jigsaw.
Oh, the Disney one.
Yeah,
it's just-
Scrooge
it's just-
McDuck, but
it's just
the Christmas Carol movie.
Disney's Christmas.
I mean, I know
Carol.
Jigsaw can't do anything.
That's it.
Hey,
It's
what's
called Disney's Christmas Carol.
Yeah.
Hey, what about Jigsaw?
Now you do have to be careful.
He's not really a axe.
You can get the person with
murderer.
he could narrate the whole thing.
Oh my gosh, I forgot. You could have
Ready.
Jason's mom.
Could have Jason's mom.
That's the first one.
Yeah.
Skin 1.
She can be.
Skin 1 is him
Now, if
dead, drowning at the bottom.
Now, if you do like a Marvel vs. Capcom Dragon Ball Fighters type thing, she could be like his assist.
What? Or
My Jason.
what if you like you pick Jason and then your opponent picks Jason's mom and you just instantly lose?
Yeah.
It's like fight. Sorry, mom. It's over.
It's the one thing that nobody was told about. They're just like, I want to see how it does. Like, really? That's.
But yeah, you have Jigsaw. You have Jigsaw like narrate the whole thing.
He narrates the game over continue thing.
Yeah. Round.
He says, "Game over." Continue. Drives by on his tricycle.
It's so stupid.
Like he like you see him just pedaling across,
He's
right?
pedaling
with
across
with a little
with
wave that says a
with
little
a
thing
number.
that says round 1.
Oh yeah, and then he's got like the continue. He's got the numbers that change.
Jigsaw's been reduced to a number card, girl.
Nice.
The DLC character is the actual human in the pig mask coming to kill people with the big knife.
Why not the old man?
That is the old man in the pig mask.
I thought that was the lady.
Well, it was him first, and he got sick, and then he had to train the lady.
It doesn't matter. So stupid.
He had to train a lady to wear a pig mask.
All these movies are stupid.
Yeah.
And she was actually in the second one. She was the needle junkie.
Oh yeah. I've only seen the first two.
I haven't seen any of them.
I only really liked the first one.
I'm not really interested in them.
Neither am I.
That's
why
why
I only saw the
I'm
first
like one of the few people that I know who's not into the horror genre.
I'm not.
What about The
either.
Hills Have Eyes?
Mutants.
I think I've seen that.
First one or second one?
I would assume I saw the first one.
The first one, the mutants are like fucking. They're like raping the girls that they find on the side of the road.
Oh no, I said I think I've seen it.
Well, they're doing that in the second one too, but it's with the army.
Are they also lizard people?
What's a horror movie that actually scared you when you were a kid?
Child's Play.
Okay.
Mainly because my sister collected a lot of dolls. Like people just gave her crap, and I was like, one of these dolls. Is
I laugh
alive.
at horror movies. They're funny.
You never like even when you were a kid.
No, because I knew it wasn't real.
I thought Tremors was scary when I was a kid.
Yeah, you told me then. Now it doesn't
I've probably
scare you.
mentioned it 100 times.
It doesn't scare you now, right?
No,
I don't.
Kevin Bacon's not scary.
But his nose is. Look at
But that one dude, what's his name? I can't think. He looks like Dale Earnhardt. You know,
Dale Earnhardt Jr.
No,
He
no.
looks like Dale
He has the mustache and everything. He's the guy that shoots.
What
He
the
has,
I don't
he has the
know.
bunker with all the guns and shit.
You know how long it's been since I've seen that movie?
I could look it up.
At least 3 years.
You know what movie actually scared me the most, or character in a movie that scared me most when I was a kid? Jack Nicholson as the Joker. That terrified me as a kid.
I was not scared of him at all. You know why?
Why?
Because Batman then was there to save the day.
Yeah,
Like
but I
Batman
didn't
will
know
protect me.
Michael
that. I
Gross.
said, yeah, but I didn't know that.
His name was Bert. Bert Gummer.
Bert,
Does not matter.
Bert.
Burr, burr, burr.
Yeah. Swedish chef.
Shirley Burr.
That's Jesse Ventura. No.
It looks
I
like.
actually don't
Does
know.
it not look like Dale Earnhardt?
Actually,
Let me see.
he looks like freaking Dennis Hopper.
Let me see. No.
Don't worry, guys. I can't show you. It's just a wall and someone dying.
That's what happened. Dale Earnhardt crashed into a wall and he died.
It's messed up. Huh?
I was watching a video where these people are playing a NASCAR game and they're playing as Dale Earnhardt Jr. and like, this one's for you, Dad.
Oh.
It's fucking funny though.
I said I don't remember what it was, but something had happened recently, and Dale Jr.'s like, I'm coming out of retirement. I was like, you've only been retired for like a year.
He retired.
Yeah.
Does anybody in here care about NASCAR? Like my dad does. My dad
Like-
watches NASCAR.
My folks used to watch it a long time ago. What?
not look like him at all?
No.
It really doesn't.
Is Richard Petty still alive?
Yeah, probably.
I don't know who that is.
What?
I don't know who that
You
is.
basically capitalized on
You've
this.
seen the movie. You've seen the movie Cars, right?
Yes.
The old car that crashes at the end that Lightning McQueen comes back for.
I don't know what the fuck you're talking
The
about.
blue
Yeah,
car.
it's a voice. It doesn't tell me who that is.
I know, but what I'm saying is that character is actually based off of who Richard Petty is, because Richard Petty's actually who catapulted NASCAR to kind of where it is.
Still don't know who that is.
He's an old man. He's ancient.
Oh, you fucking mentioned him at work because I was talking about Tom Petty, who is a musician.
Yeah.
And he was trying to tell me that this other guy was more famous, and I was like, I've never heard of that guy. I know who Tom Petty is. He's a musician, and he's probably way more famous. Because nobody cares. I don't think anybody cares about NASCAR outside of the United States. Really.
I mean, NASCAR is only United States.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't think people in
It's
Europe give a shit about NASCAR. Like, people in Europe don't give a shit about American football either.
People in Europe have friggin' the F1 racers,
Right?
That kind of thing, with faster cars.
I'm pretty sure we have that here too.
We do.
It's just not as big a deal.
Yeah, we don't really care about them.
Well, that's what I'm saying. So, like, he's saying this NASCAR guy is probably way more famous than this musician who toured the world playing music. And I'm like, I don't fucking think so, dude. Tom Petty.
Versus?
The
Richard
fucking NASCAR guy you were talking about.
Well, Tom Petty all the way.
He changes his answer now that he's on camera.
When the fuck? What?
At work! He forgets everything, like, an hour after it happens. We were at
I think the
work.
only thing I said about Richard Petty was I was naming him Dick Petty.
No, you were trying to tell me that he was more famous than Tom Petty, and I was like, no, he isn't. And you're like, I don't know, man. He made NASCAR. And I'm like, and?
Well, first off, Richard Petty didn't make NASCAR.
Doesn't matter. But, like, okay, like, I went to work one day, and we were at lunch, and I said, we were talking, and I was like, there's this new show that just came out. It's called Commonplace to World's Strongest, and it's shit. The CGI looks really bad, blah, blah, blah. And he's like, okay, cool. The next day, he comes into work and says, hey, I watched this new anime. I was like, oh, yeah? What was it? And he's like, I think it was like Commonplace to World's Strongest. It was awesome. I'm like, what? I told you yesterday that movie that was shit. And he's like, I don't remember that happening. I'm like, you were playing that fucking game on your phone. You weren't even fucking listening. I hate you. Now you're just playing on your phone.
Nope.
He's looking something up.
Anytime I'm talking to him while he's on his phone, oh, you know why the thing even came up? Because I said he was being fucking petty about something.
Oh.
So, yeah, Richard Petty. He's like, no, Tom. I was like, I'm Dick Petty.
Yeah.
I don't remember what he says, but it's funny to watch him vent about shit I'm supposedly supposed to. You can't see his face on camera, but it's really smug. He's such a queen.
Yeah, you know it. I let my man fuck whoever he wants. I don't give a shit. As long as when he comes home, he ain't coming anywhere near me.
But
This is off limits, boy.
But can you do this? I'll go to do it. It just falls backwards. I didn't mean for that.
My buttocks is in pain.
Majin Butox.
What?
What's
So
up?
I was.
How long has this been going?
I don't care. I was on eBay earlier. I was on eBay earlier, and I was,
Were you?
I was looking at PS2 lots.
He was looking at porn.
Because sometimes,
Sometimes.
like, whenever somebody's selling a lot, it's because they just want to get rid of everything they have. Most because they probably don't care.
They don't.
And they don't know what they have, and sometimes
They
you
really
get.
don't.
You gotta stop. You can get really good stuff for cheap because they don't realize how much that one thing they have in that like group of 5 is worth, right? I was looking at it, and these people were selling. There was like 15 games, and it was like one of them was called Rain of Fire, and it was rated M, and it was I don't know what it is, but the picture on the front was a attack helicopter and a fire-breathing dragon. And I was like, what is this game? I've never heard of it. Am I a dragon? Am I a helicopter? Is it even relevant? Am I like a soldier man? What the hell is this?
Am I both?
And yeah. Do I cut in between the two?
Am I a fire-breathing helicopter dragon?
Well, I showed it to Joseph, and he was like, "Oh, it's probably based off of this movie with the same name, starring like Matthew McConaughey and these other fucking people I've never heard of." And I was like, "Oh, so it's a movie game. It probably sucks, because movie games tend to be bad." And then like another game, they were selling Jaws Unleashed, whatever the fuck that is. And then it was like Dark Cloud 1 and 2, which are supposed to be pretty good.
Those are pretty good, actually.
And then it was The Getaway and The Getaway Bloody Monday, which are like GTA clones that take place in London or like Britishy places. And then it was like ATV and like snowmobile freestyling, like totally random. And then it was like Call of Duty World at War Frontlines Edition, and then Squad X, which is something I've never heard of. The History Channel's Civil War, the game.
I forgot that exists.
And then like one other thing, I don't remember what the fuck it was. And they wanted like $50 for this whole set, and I was like, I don't know. There's a couple things in there that are good, and some of them could be good, and like that History Channel game's probably shit. I don't know.
I know probably the Call of Duty one probably would have been worth some money with it being like a special edition deal.
It wasn't a special edition. It was just the World at War edition. It was the World at War PS2 version.
Oh.
Like they did that. Like Call of Duty 2 was called Call of Duty 2 on the 360, and then it was Call of Duty 2, the big red one, on the PS2. And I think they were technically different games. Those two were, because they were made of completely different hardware. They couldn't handle the same stuff.
Yeah.
But so I assume that's what happened with the World at War edition. Like it was just probably like it was made in that time where they made games for all the systems, that even like going back. Same thing with the first Force Unleashed game.
Yeah.
In the first Force Unleashed game on the PS2, you could find alternate costumes, alternate hilts, and alternate blades. But then on the one on like 360 and the PS3 and the computer, you can't change your hilt. You can only change the color of the blade, but you can get new costumes.
Well, it's like the Wii one.
It's weird.
Have you ever played the Wii one?
No.
It's garbage. Because like you don't even hold your lightsaber like, on the back. You hold it like normal.
What?
It's terrible.
I mean, it makes sense though.
No, it doesn't.
It's like playing Skyward Sword. You look like you wanted to say something. And you're just waiting for me to stop.
Have you ever been to $5 Ben?
Eh?
What?
You ever been to $5 Ben? $5 Treasure?
I don't know that.
Never heard of this thing.
I've heard of the liquidation place or whatever it is.
It's called $5 Treasures in Tullahoma.
Probably. Is it by the railroad tracks?
I don't know. It's by Lincoln Street or some shit.
Okay, I know where that's at. I've never been there.
It's basically where Amazon puts all.
Okay, yeah, it is the same place.
And everything's like $5.
A dude that I go to church with got like really high end HDMI cables that are usually like $40. He got like 10 pairs of them for like $10.
What is it?
It's called $5 Treasures in Tullahoma.
Yeah, all you did was say it's a place where Amazon, and he goes, "Oh yeah, I've heard of it." You never finished what the fuck
it's
it is.
where like Amazon, like how do you?
It's the stuff that they don't sell. It just basically gets
put in a big ass bin.
Yeah.
And then
Oh, like it's
like
good shit.
overstock, I guess. Is what you
Yeah.
call it.
okay. So it's not like damaged goods.
Yeah.
Right?
No. And then you can just go in there and like for $5, whatever you pick up.
Well, there was a where I used to live in Michigan. There was a Amish store. It wasn't called that. That's what we called it. It was a store run by the Amish people.
Welcome to the Amish store.
Right. And they would sell defective goods. So like, you know how like Walmart, if there's like a can and it's got like a big dent in it, they can't put it on the shelf.
Yeah.
They would sell it to the Amish store, who would turn around and sell it.
They would sell their mechanic tools too, rubber gloves and all.
Sure. So like you could go to the Amish store and buy like a dented can of green beans for like way less than if you went to Walmart and bought like an undented can.
So it's
But
like
it was
68
also-
cents. You'd get it for 58 cents.
but also they sold stuff that was like about to expire.
Yeah.
Sort of like UGO and.
I fucking hate that place.
What?
But yes.
Go.
Your mom go there?
Hmm.
Why?
I went there one time with my dad, and their fucking claw machine stole my money.
Oh my god.
He doesn't
like it because of the claw machine.
Did it do like in Futurama though, where it came out through the machine, grabbed your wallet, and took it back?
No, it's like that kid with the who gets the ball right. And he goes in and the ball
and it
drops,
bounces
right back in. He just turns around like, "Mom,
it had a fucking time limit on it."
Mm.
So like I put my money in and I was looking and I was like, what do I want to get? I should have looked for.
Yeah, that's the first thing.
I should have looked for what I wanted to get before I put my money in.
No, it's the claw machine's fault, Brad.
I put my money in, I'm looking for what I want. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go for that, and I'm gonna line it up like right here. So I'm hitting the thing. It's like, and I'm going over to the side so I can see this way. So when it goes back, and I go to the side and I hit the button, and it's going ding, and it stops like right here and goes down, grabs nothing. I was like, what the fuck? I didn't tell it to go. And it's because my time limit ran out.
So the store's closing.
Oh, it's not the claw machine's fault, Brad. It's yours.
No, it's the claw machine's
It's
fault.
definitely
They shouldn't have
yours.
a time limit on it.
That really doesn't make sense for.
You should look before you start.
It doesn't say it has a time limit on it. How was I supposed to know?
Well,
Most claw machines don't have a time limit.
Actually, a lot of them do.
I've never used a claw machine that had a time limit on it before.
I've never seen one that had a time limit.
A lot of time, like a lot of them, I like the ones like the Japanese ones that I used to play. That cost me way too much money and I had to give up because it was like fucking crack. The way those ones work is you hold one way and then you hold the other way and that's it. It's not like one of the joysticks where you can move it up, down, left, right, and like go and then hit a button to send it. It's you hold it, you let go, you hold it, you let go, and then it goes.
It goes only as far as you go as you're touching it.
Yes, and then when you let it go, then you have to move it. There's one button. You hit it first, it goes to the left or the right, depending on what way it's set up. And then you hit it again, and it goes back. And when you let go, it just drops where it is. You can't sit there and fiddle with it. You have to get it lined up, and then like they get you with that fucking like, oh, I almost had it, like one more turn and I'll have it, and then like 30 turns later and you're like $50 broke and you're like,
and the thing's probably only worth like 20.
and it's like, I put in so much work, I might as well just get it.
You still have that piece of bread, don't you?
I think Tanya stole it.
No, she was like, yeah, I like this.
Actually,
you have it.
Actually,
fuck no, I didn't. She's like, I like it. I'm like, I don't give a shit. It's mine.
Well, we can always go back and get you another one.
You don't know that.
there was only one that I remember.
It's still there.
You don't know that.
Where did we even get it from?
I don't know.
I don't
It was
remember.
across from Uggo.
No, it was across from.
Uggo.
No. It was across from Captain D's.
Which is across from Uggo.
No, it isn't. They're not even close.
Which is right beside Sonic.
They're like 3 miles apart.
Was it Food Line?
Well,
Maybe?
there. Now it's called Warehouse Discount Grocery, so WDG.
I don't remember what
They
it
didn't
was.
take anything out of the store. All they did was change the name.
I don't think it was a.
So everything inside's a Food Land.
I don't think it was Food Lion. I
It's
think it was
land.
called something. Yeah.
Food Land.
I think that's what it was. Food Lion.
That's what I'm saying.
You said Food Lion.
No, I said Food Land.
I heard Lion. You have a Food Lion.
Why you always lying?
There is a Food Lion somewhere, right?
Yeah, it's here
There's
in
one.
Manchester.
It's one
That's a
right
real
down.
store. Okay.
Say here in Manchester. We're not in Manchester.
Where are we?
Hillsborough.
It doesn't really matter.
It's where I lived when I was a little kid.
Hillsborough has nothing in it.
It really does.
It has one red light
It does have one, right?
and one gas station and 2 grocery store. Well, a grocery store and then a Dollar General.
And they're local. They're not corporate owned.
Guess what?
Chicken.
Where I live has no traffic lights at all. Just a
I
couple
don't
stop
know.
signs.
I don't know that at all. I've
And
never-
we have
Where you-
one Dollar General.
Where you live has
That's it.
no traffic because you.
It's very true. We don't have traffic.
We have traffic down our road, which is stupid because we're a dead end. You know what the heck are you coming down our street
The
for?
road I live is on a dead end too, and there's cars flying up and down my road all the time. But my road's way longer than yours.
I'm pretty sure the house at the end of our road, like on
Sells
my
crack.
side of the, yeah, we're pretty sure on that. Because like we've had like really.
Someone's got to
I'm
afford
talking
that place anyway.
You ever go down there? Like, Can I get a taste?
Heck no.
And just go there and be like,
That's what you do, and you're like, this is crack, and then you leave and call the
We
cops.
be like,
We've had
I need some help.
we've had Corvettes. We've had like all sorts of really nice cars go down our road, and it's like, why are y'all coming down here?
Why does it
Makes
matter?
sense.
Mind your own business.
Why would
We have kids
why would
living down there.
I don't give a fuck. It's not your.
No,
Really,
hold on,
he's got a
hold
kid.
on,
He got a
hold
kid
on,
down
hold on,
there.
if they're selling crack, people with Corvettes are not rolling up. They're not selling crack. They might be
It's
selling
probably marijuana.
something,
It's probably marijuana.
but it ain't crack. I can guarantee you that.
It's probably marijuana.
Could be marijuana. It could be fucking opioid. Oh, blah, blah, blah.
Opioids?
Yes, it could be fucking
meth.
Oxycontin.
Xanax bars.
It could be
Percocets,
meth.
and
These people could be
Lortabs.
Walter White.
Could be. No, I don't think it's
Oh,
meth.
no.
It's probably not meth. If it's a nice car, it's probably not something that will destroy your life when you take it. So it's probably not heroin. It's probably not meth. It's
Maybe
probably
they're
not
buying it to
crack.
resell.
It's
So what?
probably
You
not
saying they're the
accurate.
dealer? They're the supplier, and the dealers have to show up. I mean, it could be that.
We're the factory.
You have a meth lab down the street.
We used to, where I used to
Whoa,
live.
whoa! We used to.
Yeah, where we used to live in Michigan, we had a meth lab that blew up like 2 miles from our house.
That was nice. Did
We
you
all
smell it?
assumed. Remember when that big fire happened in the plant? Everybody assumed it was a meth lab blew up.
Talking about the one that happened above Murano?
Yeah,
I
That
thought
no.
it happened in paint shop.
it was. It was.
There
right
was
beside
a
mine.
meth lab in paint shop.
Yeah.
No, I knew that. I meant like there was. I thought there was a fire in paint shop.
There was the last time I'm aware of there being a fire at work, I don't know.
It was above Murano.
Yeah.
and it was a
Maybe
vent.
that's what it
I
was. And the
watched
smoke
it.
just.
I
the smoke-
No,
literally-
no, this was different.
I literally watched it fall
Yeah, I know.
because I was over.
I was over there watching it.
Yeah.
All you hear is.
We like suddenly you like it's totally normal, nothing's happened, then suddenly you just hear and you're like, what the fuck is that? And you look over, you see the vent, and it's just shaking like crazy.
And then all you hear
And
is.
I wish I would have pulled out my phone, and I didn't. And then it just goes, and it falls, and just giant fireball comes out of it.
Yeah, it was pretty great.
And we're just sitting there watching it, and the chick who was working next to me was like, "Oh my god, we gotta get outside!" And she's freaking out, and like people are going towards the exit, and I'm just standing there watching. I'm like, "The building's on fire. I should probably leave."
Sure, went over there and touched it. And be like, I got
But then
burnt.
what was crazy was the people up front, like my brother who works near the front. They never even told them that there was a fire, and they never evacuated. They just kept working.
That sounds about right.
That's fucking nuts.
Well, my dad was telling me. God, I don't remember what year he said this was. I know it was way before I even was getting ready to start there the first time. But he was telling me that the guys that do the fixing, Ben, said that they were working on the little switches up front that are like against the wall and everything, like the power switches.
Oh, like the
And-
breakers?
Yeah, and he touched one of the wire, the ground, and everything, and there was an explosion basically, and Daddy said it shook the whole plant. He said he was way in the back, and he said it was just like a big jarred all of a sudden. I said, "What happened?" He said, "Nothing." He said they didn't do anything about it. He tried to say it was an accident, and he said, and it probably was. He said, but you can't. He said you can't fire somebody who's working on your stuff right now when they don't have anybody to back him up.
Wait, hold on a second. So what happened? Like, what exploded?
He touched a hot wire to ground, and it caused it to just blow up.
Right
He
there in
shut
front of him?
Pretty much.
Oh, okay. He's fine.
But yeah, like it shook the whole plant apparently.
Oh, yeah, that guy died.
Okay.
Sean.
Oh yeah, my dad went to his funeral.
Yeah. He died recently because like they still had his bouquet or whatever the fuck you call it.
Where do
You
you
heard
work?
what happened? You heard what
He
happened?
was a
to him?
PM guy.
Oh, yeah.
You heard what happened to him, didn't you?
No.
Apparently he was helping his dad like cut down a tree, and the tree landed on his leg and crushed it, and he was having to take like medication for it because he had surgery done to it. Well, his wife or girlfriend, whatever she is, gave him like a painkiller. I don't even know if it was his prescribed painkiller. He went into the bathroom. She heard a noise and went in there, and he held his head and just died. Like it was aneurysm.
Huh.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
not
he
good.
just died. My dad said, I'd never seen something so sad as to stand next to his dad and see him looking down at his son. I was like,
Well,
yeah,
that's depressing.
yeah, it is.
Thanks for that, asshole.
Well, my brother, like, okay, But the thing was, they had like that wreath or bouquet or whatever the fuck they call it, and it had like his picture on it, but it was a picture from like 30 years ago. So when I looked at it, I'm like, I don't know who that is. I didn't recognize him at all, and like it didn't have his last name; it just said Sean. So I didn't even know who he was. And I was like, oh, that's probably some guy in third. And my brother's like, oh, did you hear Sean Grissom died? I'm like, who's that? And he's like, he's a PM guy. Always wore like latex plastic gloves. And I was like, oh shit, it was him. I didn't recognize him at all. It's crazy. Crazy stuff.
Anyway, back to reality.
That's incredibly rude.
No, I mean
back to other conversation topics.
Back to something more uplifting.
There you go.
Yeah, back to reality, everybody, because apparently you can't die in reality.
Let's talk about Jesus.
Yeah, let's not atheist.
I'll be right back. You guys carry on without
me. Okay. I went and saw Joker. It was pretty good, man.
I made it back.
See, I was kind of surprised whenever I was watching the FB reactors talk about Joker, because I was expecting somebody to be like, it was so violent, you know, because of how the media's portraying it as like a call to action.
First of all, there's your problem right there.
He shot a guy on live TV.
It was only Robert De Niro.
Yeah, and Robert De Niro's used to that.
Yeah.
After all these years.
But,
I got coffee.
But no, the movie was actually pretty good. I mean, you get to see two things happen at once. The fall and like realization of a guy coming to terms with the fact that he's not right.
And
all right.
Yeah, he lost access to his medication.
No, he didn't.
Yes, he did.
He just quit taking it.
Because
he was coming to.
He got dropped by the social worker and all that stuff.
Did you watch it?
I heard people talking about it.
Oh yeah, he got dropped, but he still had his medication.
Well, yeah, but he was gonna. They weren't gonna keep giving him more. He was gonna be out. So.
But it wasn't just that. It was like it was society turning against him.
Society was already against him.
Well, no, society was against all the poor people and the people that were getting shot and killed, and no one was doing anything about it. Which is the point I'm making. Like, you know, they were doing two different things at once. They were showing you the bullshit that was going on in the real world, plus his mental state and health was deteriorating. Like he had like delusions and shit. And then when he finally
he summoned his D sword and shot Robert De Niro in the fucking face.
But here's my thing: he came to grips with the fact. He came to grips with the fact that he was delusional. Like he understood it. So it was like going Super Saiyan. He was
transforming.
Sort of. Why not?
Because like,
oh, you sound like an idiot.
Fuck you.
he was going Super Saiyan. Like,
no, sane, not insane.
I didn't say insane.
Okay.
I thought you said Super Saiyan. I was like, what?
It sounded like you said Super Saiyan.
What I'm saying is,
like,
he came to grips with that he was crazy, right? And he's just living life through it. But at the same time, like him killing the people at the beginning because, you know, they were making fun of him. Yeah. They were laughing and beating the shit out of him, and he happened to have a gun on him, you know. That was the end of it. And he didn't feel any remorse or nothing from it. And it just went on from there.
As he should.
Plus there's Bruce Wayne in it, which is pretty cool.
As a kid.
Kid Bruce Wayne.
And guess what? You get to see the scene all over again, sort of like Uncle Ben.
Oh. With Thomas and Martha Wayne getting shot.
Yeah. How many times did you see that?
In my lifetime, 4 times.
Not counting Gotham or counting Gotham? Counting Gotham?
I haven't watched Gotham.
Oh, well, it's...
But I'm pretty sure I saw it in the animated series.
There's a reference to it. It's not really shown. It's in the
Okay.
Two-Face episode.
Well, it's basically.
Yeah.
Saw it in the Christopher Nolan movie. I saw it in the...
Ben Affleck?
You watched Batman '89, haven't you?
Yeah, I saw it in that
It's
one.
in that one.
It's in this one.
It's in
Joker.
Batman vs Superman.
Yeah, it's in Batman v Superman. I said that one already. What was that, 5? I've seen it in 5 things.
You've seen
actually
it.
got it in 3.
You didn't see it in the animated series?
I mean, like, it's not.
I
They don't
count it.
actually show like.
I count it. They basically like it's a.
Cause I mean, like most people already knew. Like,
Oh,
when the
and
show
like
came
the
out.
Arkham games.
Okay, yeah.
So 6? or all of them, right? Is it
in
all
Arkham
of them?
City, you actually see the outlines.
Yeah, well, yeah, in Arkham City you can see the outlines, but I'm pretty sure in Arkham Asylum, Two-Face makes you like live through it, or not Two-Face. Scarecrow makes you live through it again.
Yeah.
So that you count that as separate, or
I don't really count the one in Arkham City where you just see the outlines.
That's more of an Easter egg.
Six times. But yeah, you get to relive.
But we talked about this at work too.
You consider the Uncle Ben.
He said it's the Uncle Ben thing. I was like, I've only seen that.
It can't be the Uncle Ben thing.
Twice.
Yeah, but look how many people were bitching because they were wondering if Tom Holland's Spider-Man we were going to get to see Uncle Ben die.
And we didn't.
We didn't, but that's what they were bitching about when Homecoming came out. They were wondering if we're going to have to relive through that again because of how many times.
But we've only had to live through that twice.
Yeah, but at the same time, the first three, you know.
It was also alluded. It was kind of alluded that something had happened because he even says, "I don't want to put her through something else again."
Right, but
the whole Tobey Maguire thing, like literally through every single movie, 1, 2, and 3, he's kept going back to Uncle Ben.
I don't think the second one did.
I don't remember the third one.
The third one does because Sandman's the one who actually killed him.
I forgot about that. Yeah.
But I don't think they do in the second one.
In the Amazing
in the
Spider-Man,
first one,
in the Amazing Spider-Man, they did that again, but it's only been done twice.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
but
he calls the Batman Martha or the Wayne thing. He's like, it's the Uncle Ben thing. But the Uncle Ben thing's only happened like 2, maybe 3 times.
And not only that, the Wayne thing
predates way more.
Well, not only that, the Wayne thing predates anything Spider-Man.
Well, that too, but that's not even relevant to what we were talking about.
I know, but you knew exactly what I was talking about when I said it.
You
right?
Like a dummy.
But if I'd said the Wayne thing, you would have been like...
No, I probably wouldn't know what you're talking about.
Especially since you were talking about Joker, yeah, I would have totally understood if you went, and you get to see the Wayne thing.
But my thing is Arthur Fleck the Joker?
No.
Or is he just another persona?
He's imagining it all. It's not real. None of it is. That's the biggest theory going right now, and I actually like it, even though I know it would tick every fan.
Why does Joker never kill Batman?
Because he needs him. He completes him.
Well, actually...
It depends on what version of the Joker you want.
You know the whole Super Saiyan thing? The reason why Joker doesn't kill Batman is because he knows he's a comic villain.
Come out and he breaks the fourth wall at Deadpool.
Yeah. Yeah, but he does it subconsciously. Yeah. He knows that if he kills Batman, he won't be relevant anymore.
It's so dumb.
But it's actually not.
Except that it is.
I mean,
it's fucking stupid.
Deadpool breaks the fourth wall all the time.
What's funny is...
Yeah, but he does it for comedic purposes.
Yeah, and they've already tried...
The whole point is it's a joke.
Well, he's the Joker.
It's funny because I remember reading a thing about them doing a standalone Joker comic series like back in the 70s, I think it was, and it didn't take off.
Well, when they announced the Joker movie, they said it was going to be a standalone, no superheroes exist within this universe Joker movie, and then they throw fucking Batman in there. Well, he's not Batman, but they throw fucking Bruce Wayne in there.
They never said it wasn't going to be a... They
yes,
said
they did.
They said there
he's
was
not
going
a
to be any
superhero at
superheroes
that point.
Yeah. Well, that's what I'm saying. When they were marketing it, it was making it sound like it wasn't going to have any connection to any of the other movies that exist within the DCU, and it wasn't going to be about. It wasn't going to have.
But they did
Batman wasn't going to be in it. They were like.
Well, he isn't in it.
Well, but he is though.
But he's not.
But he is.
But he does.
He's created.
Has he fell in that well yet?
That well's not relevant. Probably,
actually,
that's what causes him.
He did because that's when his parents die, and he had to fall into it before they were dead.
No, movie ends when they die. So.
Wait a minute.
Yeah, but he fell into the well before his parents died.
No.
It's after him. He fell into the grave. He fell into the well when they were going to the funeral for the grave. He didn't go to the grave site. He went and fell in a well.
Depends on which movie you're watching.
Because in the Nolan verse, he falls in the well first.
Yeah, because his dad goes in there and gets him.
Yeah, and then
So
the Batman, and then the Ben Affleck one, fucking
and
Alfred
nobody cares about that one because it sucks.
Now they're getting fucking what's his name? Radcliffe? No.
Yeah, Daniel Radcliffe is Batman.
They're
Robert
getting the
Pattinson.
dude they're getting Vampire Man.
Yeah.
Well, he was in Harry Potter
too. The guy
too.
who said that Twilight was better than Harry Potter, and everybody's like, "You're an idiot."
He's Vampire Man. He was in Harry Potter, but nobody cares.
Well, the only reason he said that is because he has more of a role in Twilight than Harry Potter.
And he probably also enjoyed shooting Twilight more than he enjoyed shooting Harry Potter because it was probably less stressful.
You get to look at fucking Hermione Granger versus Kirsten Bell.
Well, because probably what was it?
No,
that was like what the 5th Harry Potter movie. It was probably very.
Fourth.
It was a big deal. It was probably very stressful.
It was the first.
And they were like, you got to be, they were probably harder on him about his acting and stuff.
Well, no, because he knew he was going to die, so there was no next movie.
Yeah, I don't think that's it though. What I'm saying is he probably enjoyed shooting of the Twilight movies more because it was less stressful.
He's the main character. Of course it's more stressful.
You don't know that. It could have been more fun on set.
He could have had a ton of stunt people and he didn't do it.
It could have been way more fun on set. It could have been more lax because it wasn't as big of a deal because it was like the first movie, and then once they were already successful, it didn't matter. Like,
what?
What are you wanting me about? Like,
you want to make the rest of the movies great, so you're gonna have to.
The problem. Well,
they were never good.
No, to us it was never good, but to most women it was the greatest thing. Good.
Tanya loved the Harry Potter books, and she openly admitted when she was watching the movies that they were bad, but she kept watching them anyway because you're fucking stupid.
No, because it's their favorite characters.
No, I was talking about whenever we were talking about like how he liked Twilight more than Harry Potter. And I'm like, most women.
I just think he probably had more fun on set and making the.
Maybe he had more creativity.
I don't know. Why don't you tweet at him, Brad?
Because I don't care.
Then why are you complaining?
Yeah.
I'm not complaining.
I mean, if he did have.
I'm trying to explain. Like he said that the Twilight movies are better than Harry Potter. And I'm just trying to explain, he probably meant he had more fun and a better time and blah, blah, blah.
Well, we don't know that, but at the same time, that's his opinion. We'll leave it at that.
Well,
moving on.
He could have also had, like, better creative freedom. Because, like, usually when you're in a part role, you don't really get anything.
Right.
Yeah, he was definitely like, I like being a
He definitely got paid way more.
He's like, I like to be... He's the main character.
Well, I would be mad if somebody. I would be mad if I was the main character.
What
and
I'm
some
saying
side
is, he
character
had
was like,
more of a.
As much as him. Like,
he had more of a role, primary
role,
than he did in the other one. Come on, he just fucking Cedric Diggory fucking died. All right, and he's like in the beginning.
You act like I have any idea what the fuck you're talking about.
Well, he likes taking baths with ghosts.
I have never seen this Harry Potter movie. I've never even fucking seen the Twilight movies. I don't know who this guy is beyond having seen his face.
I remember seeing one scene.
Well, he's going
from
to
a
be
Twilight
Batman.
movie.
I don't care.
Yeah, I remember seeing one scene from a Twilight movie, and it was a fight between werewolves and vampires.
You not only have you mentioned to us before, you've mentioned it on a Yare Shack before.
Have I?
Yes.
I don't remember.
He brings up Twilight a lot, doesn't he?
It was the same kind of thing where he's like, I saw this random scene from it and I thought it was awesome. And my sister told me what it was. And I was like, I don't know.
No, like I saw it and then it turned out it was just her imagination. I was like, that's stupid.
Anyway.
Well, it's true.
Yeah, it's true that it's stupid.
And then I think me and Tanya were talking about this recently. I'm like, yeah. And then the werewolf guy like fucks their daughter. And she's like, no. And I was like, nah, that's pretty much what happened. She's like, nah, what happened? I'm like, it's basically what happened.
Yeah, and she's like 17 and he goes to dog jail.
Yeah.
Actually, she's
like, no,
she's still
he
a kid.
vows to protect the baby. I'm like,
well, she imprinted.
Yeah,
he imprinted on her. So yeah.
And he marked his territory.
Yeah. He peed on the baby.
Basically.
And I'm like, you can't change this. It's already in there.
And then, then Kristen with her
read the fan.
Dunce
Mouth
face.
breather McGee.
Mouth breather McGee
was
like, did you imprint on my daughter?
That's literally what I've always called her. I remember she was in Snow White and the Huntsman.
Yeah.
And one, that movie's not very good. But two, the blonde lady who was like, show me the fairest of them all, and then it shows fucking Kristen Stewart. I went, bullshit. That blonde lady is way hotter than
you say the fairest or the ugliest?
She said, I'm fair.
That movie was
a 5.
They made a sequel to that movie.
Yeah, they did.
And I'd never seen it.
It's all about the Huntsman.
I've never seen it.
Isn't it Chris Hemsworth?
Right?
Yeah.
It's literally a Thor movie, but he doesn't have powers.
I mean,
and he's in the forest.
Thor's pretty cool.
Yeah.
He's a funny guy.
Now we're getting a female.
It's funny that his brother played him in Ragnarok when they did the play thing. His brother played. If I'm remembering this correctly, it was one of his brothers.
Oh,
played,
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, the other one was Mark Wahlberg.
Okay, when you said his brother, my brain went Loki.
Yeah.
And then you're like played him in the thing. And I was like, what? what? And I was like, oh, he means Chris Hemsworth's brother.
Yeah.
I
Which is
understand now.
Liam Hemsworth?
Well, he's got 2 brothers.
Liam.
Are they also actors?
Yes.
Liam, yeah. Hunger Games.
What?
Liam's in the Hunger Games.
I don't know what that is.
It's a movie
I know that.
with. God, I forgot her name.
Like, okay.
Oh,
I
Jennifer
know
Lawrence.
what these
Jennifer
things
Lawrence.
are. I've never seen them.
Okay, Mouth Breather McGee 2. Jennifer Lawrence. Oh,
I know what it's
she's pretty
about.
hot.
It's PUBG the movie.
No.
See-
Well, yeah. Okay. Well, it's duos.
See, what's funny is like Nick was saying that she's kind of hot and everything, and I was like, I have that same complex about her that I did about Megan Fox, and everybody's like, oh, Megan Fox is so hot. I'm like, she's fine.
What was your favorite
She's got
Megan
toe
Fox
thumbs.
movie?
She's got toe thumbs.
Really?
I think so.
Favorite Fox movie?
Yeah.
Megan Fox or
Movie.
like Fox?
No, he
20th
said
century
Megan Fox.
Megan Fox.
None.
Probably the first Transformers.
I don't like anything she's ever been in.
How is your middle name Schrader?
It's not.
No, Jennifer Lawrence. Like Jennifer Schrader.
I don't know who that is.
Mystique in the newer movies, newer X-Men movies.
Anybody here see Dark Phoenix?
No.
No.
I watched some scenes and it looked
thought
pretty
about
good.
It's supposed to be terrible, and I thought about watching it. And I was just like, maybe later, maybe some other time. I don't know.
Just type in Mystique.
I don't recognize her.
Type in Jennifer
You
Lawrence.
can show me her picture, and I'm gonna be like, okay, I still don't recognize her. I don't know who this person is. But
There
like,
we go.
what was
Yeah.
what were we talking about before?
I said that I don't find Megan Fox attractive.
Oh no,
What
you
was your
said-
favorite
yeah,
Megan Fox
and
movie?
I said the first
Yeah,
Transformers.
and I said I don't have one.
You don't like the first Transformers?
I didn't like any of the
Not
Transformers.
even a little
movies.
bit?
No.
No, you don't even like a portion of it? Like the robot fight? Nothing?
Megan Fox. Jennifer's Body.
That movie is awful.
It is funny.
No, it isn't.
Come
it's
on.
It's literally garbage.
Jenny, I got your number.
It's shit.
Come on.
Mixed with semen that's on fire.
You don't like Through the Trees?
No.
That's the song they play throughout the entire
Jennifer's
movie.
Body is a terrible movie that was sold on the premise that you might get to see Megan Fox naked, and you don't.
Kind of like.
Don't
kinda
ruin
like
it for them.
Kind of like with Beowulf and what was the movie?
Angelina
You
Jolie.
gotta see Angelina Jolie's
Wanted.
animated butt in
Yeah.
Beowulf.
No, I meant.
He's talking about Wanted.
Yeah, that's what it was.
You gotta
Curve the bullet.
You get to see her butt.
No, you
Not where I
don't.
was going.
It's not her butt. That's somebody's butt, but
That's
it ain't
a,
hers.
that's a stunt lady.
You know what? I kind of want to take. Would you take in a wax bath?
What?
The bath they lay in that heals them. The wax.
If
It's a
you
hot
want to
wax.
wax your body, that's fine.
It's hot. No, it's
What
like
are you
I don't
liquid.
want to wax.
It's
my-
liquid wax.
Yeah, and then you get out of the wax and they peel it and all your hair comes off.
What are you
No.
no,
I
I'm
know
trying to
wax
figure out
is-
what are you
I'm
talking
not
about? Wax
getting
bath.
bikini wax, man. Fuck off.
No, it's the hot wax that they lay in to heal.
In what?
Wanted.
They like lay in these.
And they wait till it hardens.
Oh, I have never seen the movie.
Oh really?
Yeah.
It's alright.
Yeah, it's actually
Is that
not
the
that
same
bad.
movie where
Ian
Jamie-
McGregor?
uh
Ian McGregor. McGregor.
James
Ian
is that the same
McGregor?
movie with where James McAvoy's like yelling at his boss or whatever?
Oh yeah, that is.
Yeah, and
He's like,
he's
shut up! Or
he
something like that.
when he quits, he smacks her with the keyboard.
And it says "F you." No,
And-
no, he smacks the dude that's
he
cheating.
smack, yeah, he smacks somebody with a keyboard.
And it says
And if you
"fuck
watch
you."
the movie, like depending on where you're watching the movie, it says "fuck you," and then like if you're watching it on TV, it says something else. Yeah,
That's pretty funny. I just remembered that.
That-
with
that-
with
that
Morgan Freeman.
movie is
All right.
it's alright. It's okay.
The action sequence was pretty good.
Yeah, it's,
Because I know
it's
the
a-
I know
No, the
ending
bullshit
where-
with Angelina Jolie shooting a bullet into a circle was kind of
that
stupid.
was like the whole point of the movie. Like you can
curve
make
the bullet.
Yeah, but she curved it in a complete circle.
That's what a curve.
Just to
what
hit
do you
her in
think a
the head.
circle is? It's a curve.
It's like how the hell are you going to hit everybody in the head?
I think
Do
the-
they all be the same height?
Well, the one thing I
I
know,
mean, come on. If you have a person down here,
Sure.
phew.
They're
the
all
one thing I know from the movie is like it turns out like Morgan Freeman's like the bad guy.
Yeah.
And I was like really disappointed in Morgan Freeman.
And watching him die is fucking hilarious.
It's alright.
He gets sniped while he's sniping the guy he thinks he's that's sniping him.
Good job.
Sniping the
Try
guy.
that sentence again.
Sniping.
He's sniping somebody who he thinks is
sniping
McAvoy, but McAvoy's sniping him while he's sniping the fake dude.
Right. Okay. Main character snipes Morgan Freeman while Morgan Freeman thinks he's sniping him, but he's not.
It's a snipe triangle.
Except
he sees the
it's a snipe angle.
It's a snipe.
The only way it'd be a snipe triangle is if the guy that Morgan Freeman was shooting was also shooting at the main character.
True.
So it's like,
that would be a Mexican standoff.
no, it would not.
Why?
It's only Mexican standoff if they're all facing each other.
And they know about it.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
the whole point is like we're all pointing our guns at each other and nobody's gonna shoot because if one person shoots, we all die. What that is a bunch of people all trying to shoot at each other who don't know that they're being shot at.
Well, I don't know. Morgan Freeman
Kinda
knew he
like
was going to die.
Kind of like that. What was it?
Let me ask you a question. Who's stupider? The person trying to kill themselves or the person trying to kill the person trying to kill themselves? Answer?
The person killing
I
himself.
don't know.
If the guy who's trying to kill the guy who's trying to kill himself doesn't kill him, then he kills himself anyway, so the guy who's trying to kill him wins.
Not entirely true. If it's a contract.
Wait, what? That movie Countdown, you guys want to see that?
I don't know what. I never heard that.
Basically, there's an app, right? You get an app on your phone.
Oh, that.
And it tells you how long you're going to live.
I have a weather app on my phone.
Right? And when it hits 0, you die. Like something
like,
drags you to hell.
There's another movie.
Yeah,
it's
it was called Timeless.
Yeah, it was like a Bonnie and Clyde thing, but they're stealing time.
With
it was stupid.
Justin Timberlake.
It was not good.
It was.
I remember that. Yeah.
It had the one dude from The Big Bang Theory in it, and like he gave him a bunch of time that he had stolen, and then he used it because he used time to buy things. He goes to the bar and uses all of the time and drinks himself to death, or he drinks himself to death and has a bunch of time left, but he died anyway, which doesn't make any sense. So either he spent all of his time and died getting drunk at a bar, or he got so drunk that he died even though he still had time left on his counter.
Here's my thing. If you get shot, you die, right?
Assumably. So yeah, you can die while still having time on your counter.
So what was the point of
the movie was stupid.
Yeah.
It's a dumb movie that doesn't make any sense.
Oh yeah, they went around like Robin Hood and the time...
Bonnie and Clyde.
Well, I mean, they were giving the time away. Bonnie and Clyde kept all their shit.
They died, though.
They got shot.
Well, they did die.
Bonnie and Clyde did.
Not in the movie.
Well, they probably will later.
No. Oh, if they
the
run out of
movie
time.
ended and then they just keep going and then they die.
Wait, if the movie ended, does that mean they die because they ran out of time?
No. That's not how movies work.
Or did the movie run out of time?
No.
You ever seen Last Action Hero?
No.
With Arnold Schwarzenegger?
No.
It's a terribly good movie.
We watched a terribly good movie recently.
Was it Goku?
No. It's called Dragon Ball and the
Seven Pearls.
What was it called?
Seven Pearls.
I thought it was the something of Monkey Boy.
It was Dragon Ball The Journey Begins?
Yeah, and it was stupid as fuck.
That was awesome. What are you talking about? That movie was fantastic.
Awesomely stupid as fuck.
Oh, I loved it. I loved every minute of it.
It was made in, was it early 90s?
Yeah, it was made in Taiwan, which is part of China, but also not, depending on who you ask. If you ask China, it is.
Yeah.
China's like, we own this shit. And Taiwan's like, no, you don't. And they're like, fuck you, yeah, we do. Because that's how China rolls.
And Trump's going to buy them for $4 billion.
Trump doesn't have any money.
Totally does.
He probably does. Have you ever seen his penthouse? It's solid fucking gold.
Even the toilet. Even the water in the toilet.
You could go in there, steal like a night or like a candlestick, and be set for the rest of your life because you'd have that much money in gold. It's crazy.
Where?
Trump penthouse and Trump Tower. Everything in there is solid gold.
Is it really?
Yes. Have you ever seen it? It's crazy. Everything he owns is gold.
Ooh.
Because gold is supposed to be like super valuable because there's like not that much of it, but there's fucking tons when you really get down to it. Yeah, there's gold in every piece of electronics.
But all these are Chinese made because China owns the market on gold for this.
Gold is actually the only, like,
Not
what do you call it? Gold is actually the only reliable thing. Like if something happens and the economy goes down, anyone that invested in gold is actually
right.
set.
And it's only that way because we say it is, because gold is so useful, and we say that there's a limited supply, even though there's a fuck ton of it.
Well, yeah, eventually it will run out. They're not lying.
It won't though, because you can always reuse it.
It's like people saying, "Oh, you'll run out of your natural resources." We would have to do a crap ton of stuff to run out of natural resources.
We can definitely run out of those.
But that would take forever.
Well, we were running out of oxygen. That's a natural resource.
As long as there's trees, there'll be oxygen.
Oh yeah, blame the rainforest for that one. We're cutting all down.
And and the Amazon was burning, but that's not. I think it might even still be burning.
It still is burning. That's my point. Like,
I mean, California, I'm surprised it's still alive.
Right. Anyway, what I was saying was, like oil, that will run out and then it will be gone, and it will take millions of years to make more. Gold, like you can always get gold that we made something with, melt it, and then make something else with it. Like it's not going away. You can reuse that. You can't reuse oil when it's burnt. It's gone. That's the difference.
Well, we use fossil fuels.
That's what fucking oil
is. Yeah, but
when the fossils,
you know what? What happened to water? To the water cars we used to have, the steam cars.
They didn't work very well.
They didn't last long.
Yeah, but why didn't they last long?
I think it was something about they couldn't find a way to make to where they didn't mess the engine up.
Well, you could just make an engine that runs on steam. Literally, we made
steam engines. That's how boats work.
Yeah, we made a steam engine that works for a car, and yet we didn't invest enough research into making it.
The steam engine was how they powered the train, but you know how they did that? They burnt coal, and what is coal? It's a fossil fuel. It's the same fucking thing. The steam engine is you're boiling water.
Yeah, but what if
you have to light a fire to do that.
What if we could light a fire with a piece of wood instead?
You're still gonna run out of wood. Trees don't. If you use trees too fast, they're not gonna. You can't grow and cut them down and grow and cut them down.
But what if we do it like a computer, a water-cooled car?
What? It's like electricity. All the electricity that we're using right now. How do they make that? Right. Well, it depends. Some of them are
actually for Tennessee. It's hydroelectric.
Hydroelectric, so that's with dams and water running through them that spin the turbines, and then there's
which that's the best way to do it.
Wind turbines, that's a good way too. But these are all renewable resources.
Wait, I think we talked about a wind turbine car.
The problem with wind turbines, though, is wind turbines actually don't have a way to store their power, which I didn't know until recently.
Right.
Yeah, but solar actually does.
Solar's a good one too.
Solar's a weird.
Yeah, but what if we were talking about this? We were talking about a solar. We were talking. But we started talking.
You came up to me and you're like, "What if they made a car that had a wind turbine in it?" I'm like, "I had this idea when I was like 13, and it doesn't work. I promise."
Well, we had a solar panel on top, right, to help store the energy or to get you going.
It doesn't work.
And then as you're going faster, right, the wind turbine is spinning the turbines, creating more energy.
And then, like, what I said was this: 1, we don't know how any of this stuff works. 2, there are people way smarter than us who say it won't work. And 3, if it did work, somebody else would have already done it.
For real.
I don't know.
Elon Musk is a fucking genius, and he made an electric car.
He only wants to go to space.
He just wants to go to space.
He only wants to go to space because he already made the electric car, and like I think he made PayPal. He's figuring out how to tunnel underground.
He made PayPal?
I think so, or he had something to do with it.
He probably bought it. I mean, I wouldn't doubt that.
Thermoelectric.
He has the Boring Company, which is to tunnel. Yeah.
He has the Boring.
That's what it's called.
I know.
And it's about tunneling underground to like traffic, to cut down on like traffic in like major cities and stuff, and it's like effective ways to drill underground.
Oh, basically where they go underground and come back up somewhere else.
Yeah. Yes.
To get across town.
Yes.
They're gonna find.
He's trying to find a way to make that very more cost effective and like better. That's what the Boring Company's for. And they were selling Boring Company's hats, and he said if they sold like 1 million of those, he'd sell a Boring Company flamethrower, which he did. So that's cool. I don't think you can buy them anymore.
I remember
he was selling flamethrower for a while.
What's funny is I remember seeing like some arguments.
They were like
people
what,
talking about different energy.
But like
things that we could
his
do.
Tesla car, which runs on all these fucking batteries, is like the best electric car that's ever been made. Which is why, but they cost a fortune, and if anything fucks up, you can't you have to take it to a specialty shop to fix it.
Yeah.
Even if you get a flat tire, because you can't jack it up, you have to have somebody come and get it on like a flatbed bed and take it somewhere for them to do it, because there's nowhere to jack it.
It's like, I made it funny, and then I laughed at it because I'm immature.
I didn't do that on purpose. That's what made me laugh about it. I wasn't thinking about it.
And then you said it, and then you thought of it.
Well,
yeah. Okay.
That's like I was saying too. Like, I see people all the time on YouTube and stuff talking about like different ways of doing like energy. You know, getting different energy things to happen. And almost every time somebody goes into like nuclear, like it's automatically like, oh, we can't do nuclear because then we'll have what happened in Japan and what happened in Chernobyl.
Nuclear is dangerous. We want less dangerous things.
It is dangerous, but it does cut down on carbon emissions.
Right.
You can do a magnetic.
But the problem is this, that people don't know. Like Chernobyl and over in Japan, apparently they were really bad about like keeping up with their safety codes and stuff like that.
Well, there was also a fucking
earthquake
in Japan. That wasn't their fault.
No, that wasn't their fault. But they did say that looking back at it, there was a lot of things they could have done to prevent things.
Right, but even still, yes, nuclear power cuts down on carbon emissions because there isn't any carbon emissions with nuclear power.
China doesn't know that.
But nuclear power is dangerous, and we want more effective things like wind, water, and sun. Things that don't run out, that don't cause any damage. But we can't invest in these things to make them better with technology and blah blah blah, because all the people who own like the coal companies and the gas companies they put money in and lobby against it, so the government's like, nah.
Yeah, they got investments overseas too.
Yeah, so like,
because like I always say, why can't
the rich people don't want to put their money into the new things. They want to keep things the way they were. This is part of the reason why we were talking about climate change earlier. This is part of the reason why in the States it's like such a debated topic about whether or not it's real, but in other countries they've pretty much accepted the fact that it's real at this point.
Yeah.
Is because so many of these companies that make the gas and the oil and the coal companies and all that, they don't want it like, no, our stuff isn't dangerous, it's good, it's okay, blah blah blah, and they pay all these money, and they pay so much money to keep their stuff going the way it is, rather than taking that money to invest into something that might be better.
Yeah. Well, it's like somebody had asked China.
It's like how it's what they say, the rich stay rich by paying other rich people to make it so they can still be rich.
Somebody had asked one of the people, like the higher ups in China and everything, what they were going to plan to do to cut down on carbon emissions, and they basically laughed at them like, we're not doing anything. Well, the thing is, they're the leader of like the most carbon emissions. And
you're right, but in recent years they've been going more green than we have. The government's actually putting money into going green technologies, where our government doesn't put any money into the green technologies at all, because all these fucking coal companies pay them not to.
Well, I mean, our country, I can't say our country was founded on that, because it really wasn't. None of that stuff came around until like the 1900s.
Yeah.
And that's when people started getting like super greedy. Because like greed has always been a thing, but like when like the industrial stuff started coming in, that's when people realized, oh, I can, instead of making 1,000, I can make millions, which was a number they probably had never heard of until then.
So they wouldn't monopolize shit.
Monopolies are illegal.
Yeah, well, those had to be made illegal, even though Disney is breaking the law big time in most of that.
AT&T's got a chunk of everything too.
Yeah.
A lot of people
even though their products suck.
Well, a lot of people got a big. Well, AT&T, they own like Crunchyroll, they own HBO, they own all these random ass companies that you don't even associate with them because you don't even think about it. Because when you hear AT&T, you just think of the phone.
Yeah.
But they got internet services. They got.
Because they bought Comcast, didn't they?
Yeah, they got all kinds of shit.
Or was that Disney? Disney bought somebody.
Disney bought Comcast because
AT&T owns somebody, but like. They're not technically.
Oh, AT&T owns Sprint.
They're not technically monopolies because they don't own the corner of the market. Like they're not the only option to get these things. So they're not technically
like Disney,
monopoly. But they got their finger in every fucking pie.
So Disney.
Did you hear that Disney because they really want Spider-Man and Venom and everything? they're willing to offer Sony like $5 billion.
Sony's never gonna give them back Spider-Man. It's never gonna happen.
They're actually already back together.
I know.
Because of the new deal.
No, that's not what I'm talking about.
What's the
You're
new deal?
talking about, you're talking about like this.
Sony will own the rights to Spider-Man until Sony burns to the ground.
Yeah. But I was like,
the heat death of the universe will happen, and Sony's like, we
put
still
it this way.
own Spider-Man.
Sony owns Park Place. All right. And Marvel, Disney has Boardwalk.
No, it's like Sony owns Boardwalk and Park Place, but Marvel has every other square on the board.
Oh yeah.
It's like, you will never get these. These will always be mine. No matter what you do.
I was reading like a Reddit of people being like, Disney should put up the money to buy Sony and everything. I'm like,
Disney can't afford Sony.
I was like, for Disney to actually buy Sony, I was like, they would have to, like,
Sony is Disney of Japan.
Yeah, like I was like, they
would
have
have
to.
Universal.
What? What's Universal?
The studio.
Nintendo's Universal.
Universal Studios?
Is the Disney of Japan?
No. He's saying Sony is
like
Universal.
What?
I'm following along, but I'm not following along.
I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Universal Studios is an American company.
Yeah.
Even
though they are in
Japan
too.
Huh?
There's a lot in Japan.
Well, fucking Disney's in Japan too, but that's not the point. I'm saying Disney owns, it's like this huge company that owns all this shit, right? Sony is a huge company that owns all of this shit.
Yeah, because
what all does Sony have? Because I don't ever really think about it.
They make basically everything. They make every kind of electronic
TV,
under the sun.
They started out in electronics, didn't they?
Yeah.
Disney started out with...
they got a million different movie companies.
Yeah, put it this way though. Disney started out as cartoons.
Yep.
Sony started out as straight electronics.
Yeah, like home electronics, yeah.
Walkmans.
Yeah.
I think they were out before that.
I know, but they had the big boom boxes.
Actually...
Nintendo started making fucking card games.
Yeah. And they're actually...
They actually still do that.
They're actually the oldest company, I think. Now, I don't want to say in the world, because I'm pretty sure that's like Wells Fargo or something, but...
Petridge Farms, remember?
Yeah. But, Nintendo's been around since 1889, which is ridiculous to think about.
And what's crazy is they still make card games.
Yep. They still make regular games, but you pretty much have to live in Japan to actually get them.
Mm-hmm.
What was the first card game?
Ever?
It was just...
52 pickup?
Yeah.
In Nintendo?
It's pretty much...
I don't know.
Yeah, no, their card game was basically cards, like poker cards.
No, it was like Hanafune.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, it was like a Japanese card game.
Oh, well, yeah, that makes sense.
You will never understand how to play, and it does not matter.
Yep.
And they were handmade with, they'd sit there and paint them, each one individually way back when.
Is that what they play in Boruto?
No, it's what they play in Summer Wars.
Oh, no, but they were playing something in Boruto, the card game.
Oh, Card Wars or whatever it is.
Do you remember the end of Summer Wars where she's playing a card game against that AI? That's what she's playing. That's the game I'm talking about. That game that makes no fucking sense, and you're watching and you're like, I don't understand what is happening, but she's winning, I think, so awesome. That's the card game they were making way back when.
Yeah.
It's like 10:30, yeah.
You guys tapped out? You got
I'm
anything,
getting there.
got anything else to say?
You want to watch a movie with us tomorrow?
No. We've been over this already. Not only do I not like going to movie theaters, I don't like you.
You'd be the only one.
I love going to movie theaters for the reason of it being on a bigger screen.
Look, hey, these seats are reclined, by the way.
I know. I've been there before. I went there before you did.
Okay, well, the other thing is...
My TV is not the biggest TV in the world. But
is it bigger than that one?
Yes. But I sit pretty close to it, and I have a nice sub. So, I get nice sound and everything. Plus, I just like to be able to... when I watch a movie, I want to watch a fucking movie and not have to worry about AJ leaning over and going, hey, do you think they'll show Pride Rock? while I'm watching Black Panther or something. That happened. You don't remember that? We were watching Black Panther
that was
in
Nick
theater.
did that.
No, it was you.
What the fuck?
I don't
We were
remember
watching-
doing
We
that.
watched what?
We went and saw Black Panther in theaters. Right?
I don't
Yes,
remember saying
we
that.
did. And he leaned over to me because you were. I wasn't sitting next to Nick, so I was sitting next to you.
Because he doesn't like me. Remember?
And you said, "I wonder." You might have just repeated it because Nick said it to you. I don't know, but you leaned over to me and said, "Hey, do you think they'll show Pride Rock?" I was like, "What?" And you went, "The Lion King." I was like, "Oh, because they're in Africa."
I think I'm starting to remember that. Yeah, Nick said it first, and then
You laughed, and then
I said, yeah, like, you know, sarcastically and everything, and then I leaned over and said, Nick asked me if you think if we'll see Pride Rock in this.
Yeah. And then like when we went and saw, what else did we see? We saw Star Wars. You weren't there for that.
we didn't talk during that.
Well, no, not really.
Except for the part with fucking Leia.
Yeah, when she started flying through
And everyone
space,
in
I
the
went,
same-
Super late.
Everyone in the fucking theater were like, "What the fuck?
I think I was probably the loudest. I went, "What?"
What the fuck?"
She unlocked her Jedi powers.
I still hate. That is the single scene in the movie that makes me hate that movie the most out of anything I've ever seen.
First of all,
related to Star Wars.
Vacuum space, you
Fucking
die
hate it.
instantly.
I know I've gone over this a million times.
I'm trying to think
Fucking
of.
hate it so
I was
much.
watching Joe Rogan or somebody, and they were talking about that. And he said, "I'm gonna be honest." He said, "I don't hate the movie as much as everybody else does." He said, "I just don't."
I don't hate the movie as much as like a lot of people. I don't hate a lot of the things that people hate about it. I think it's the worst Star Wars movie I've ever seen.
Yeah, by far.
And that one scene in particular makes me hate it so much. Even
Like-
though like it's like a 6 out of 10. You know, it's not horrible. It's better than average. It's just fine.
Like-
I don't like it though.
Like, aside from the Leia thing, the only thing I always see complaints about is how the
How the
purple-haired
movie's
chick.
kind of stupid.
Oh,
She has a plan, but she doesn't tell him the plan.
Yeah.
So he goes to do something, and then he almost ruins her plan. But if she would have just fucking told him what it was, it wouldn't have mattered. It would have never happened.
yeah.
What?
It was fucking stupid.
Yeah.
Which one?
The purple-haired chick.
The chick who gets put
She's
in
like-
charge after Leia, she doesn't tell Flyboy, I forget his name,
She said she
what
doesn't
her
need no
plan
man.
is. So then he thinks that she's doing something or something. So he's gonna try and fucking throw a coup and take over. And he sends Asian chick and black dude to go get a thing. And they do all this stuff, and they almost jeopardize the entire plan and try to take over the ship because she just didn't fucking tell him what she was doing.
Yeah. And a lot of people were like, they didn't like it because it felt like she was being a feminist, and like, there's no room
Okay,
in
I don't
Star
know.
Wars.
I don't know about that.
That's
but like
I'm saying
the
that's
whole,
what people were
the
saying.
whole section of, I think his name's Finn.
Finn.
No, that's the black guy, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not Finn. Who's the guy?
I
the
don't
pilot?
ever remember his name.
Whatever, the pilot guy. Like
Yeah,
his
I know
whole
you're talking
thing
about.
when
Han.
he sends
No.
Finn and them away. All of that entire section of the movie is rendered meaningless. What they're doing when you realize that
She could have just said something.
if she would have just told him what they were doing, that would have never happened. Plus, that shit was stupid anyway. Especially that part where they're on a casino planet that literally amounts to nothing.
Which
Because they
I'm
don't even
surprised
get
I
they
didn't.
went there to get a guy, and they don't even get the guy while they're there.
And what's funny is I'm surprised I didn't see any major complaints on that. A lot of people I just saw was like, "Oh, that's annoying." Isn't that it?
Stupid.
I was like, "What?"
And then like
I actually didn't like
a
it.
lot of people didn't like Solo. A lot of people didn't even go see Solo, and I didn't go see Solo because I was so like, I don't want to see Solo. 8 sucked, right? And then I watched Solo later. I'm like, you know what? That was actually pretty good. I liked
It was.
Solo. And then like a lot of people complain about the biggest complaint I see with that one is the part where he's signing up to join the Empire, and they like ask him for his name, and that's where he gets his last name Solo. People say that that's stupid, but I liked it. I thought it was funny.
Yeah.
Because he's like, "What's your name?" He's like, "Han." He's like, "Your last name?" He's like, "I don't have one." He's like, or something. He's like, "All right, Han Solo," because he's by himself. And I was like, "Ah, that's funny." He meets Chewie in a
It
pit,
becomes Han Duo.
and Chewie's gonna eat him, and he's like, "Wait, I can speak Wookiee."
Yeah. Do you need me to tell him that for you?
I like how he meets with Woody Harrelson.
Oh yeah, where he realizes he's a traitor. He's like, "Let me help you trade," and he's like, "Arrest this man."
I remember everybody.
And then they're talking, and he's like, "What's he saying?" He's like, "Oh, he misses his." I'm not sure what he said. He said he's missing his family or his tribe. And he's like, "What's the difference?" It's like, oh, like that's some kind of revelation or something.
Yeah. What's funny is I remember everybody talking like on YouTube about the Darth Maul thing at the end.
Oh yeah, that was weird.
Yeah. They were
But
like,
you know
it's
what?
gonna lead to something else. It's like, no.
Yeah, people think it's going to lead to a. Well, they were thinking it was going to lead to a Kenobi movie because they said they were going to make one, or they were thinking about making one, and they've done a thing in like the expanded universe that is no longer canon, where Darth Maul survived that, and then he went and fought old Obi-Wan on Tatooine.
Yeah, that was in the Star Wars Rebel show.
Well, they did.
But
But it was in another
McGregor?
thing before that because the Rebel show is technically canon.
Is it
No.
Ian or is it Aaron? Ian McGregor?
Ewan.
Ewan?
McGregor, yeah.
They could get him again.
They did because they announced
Yeah.
it's a Obi-Wan TV show that's coming to Disney Plus.
Oh.
Yeah. And he's coming back as Obi-Wan.
Yeah, that's what I just fucking said.
Great, so we get to
Also-
listen to a monotoned Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Also, what?
Huh?
Join the Force, Luke.
Out of town.
That. He said mono. Yeah, mono.
Even still, what? Well, speaking of Disney Plus, there's a bunch of Marvel TV shows going to Disney Plus that are apparently canon to the MCU. That where like you might have to watch those to see things in them where people show up in movies. So like there might be a character in a TV show who pops up in the next Avengers movie, and they have this huge backstory that you don't know about because you didn't watch the TV show. And you didn't watch the TV show because you don't want to pay $15 a month for Disney Plus.
But this is just Netflix monopolizing on Marvel.
It has nothing to do with Netflix. Netflix isn't involved.
I mean,
It's
my
Disney.
bad, Disney. My bad.
Disney's
Disney
probably-
Disney
monopolizing.
owns Marvel.
Yeah, but
They're not
no,
monopolizing it. They own it.
what I'm saying
It's
is,
theirs.
they're like, yo, if you don't watch this shit, you won't know what's happening in the movies.
Now, I'm sure they're going to set it up in a way where you can watch the movies without watching the TV shows.
But if you wanted to know more,
But if, yeah, you're not going to get the whole
It's like
experience.
it's like reading comic books almost.
Yeah.
Like where if you wanted a little
So,
extra
Yeah.
information.
like Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Like, all the way up to the point where Ghost Rider shows up. Like, even with the Avengers and everything that was going on through that, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. would follow along with the movies.
Okay, see, I've never watched any of Agent of S.H.I.E.L.D., but I've seen every single movie. And I don't feel like I missed anything. But there's probably stuff.
But
in
shit
there.
happens on Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. because of the
Coulson
Avengers.
is alive as a clone, I think it is. I
No.
don't remember.
He's just alive.
Either way. He's probably a Skrull. Like Nick Fury.
But he's not.
Nick Fury's a Skrull.
No, he's not.
He was at the end of
That
Thor.
one, but that's just because the other
Because
one's
the
on
real
a
one's in
ship.
space.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah.
in space.
Space Vegas.
We're
going to Space
Space Vegas.
You
But
see what the new title for the next Avengers movie is?
What?
It's really dumb.
I
It's
didn't
like,
know they announced it already.
yeah, I don't know.
Avengers 4?
Yeah.
Will this be 5?
This before.
One.
Age of Ultron, Endgame. Well, Infinity War, Endgame. This would be 5.
Okay, this would be 5. Yeah. Okay.
The only things I've seen that they announced was Thor, Peace and Love, or Love and Peace, or something like that.
Thunder.
Thunder and Love.
Yeah.
Love and Thunder, and then Doctor Strange, Multiverse Madness or something. Madness
Madness in the Universes?
Multiverse. Something Madness and Multiverse.
see.
Right?
Which might be where the X-Men come in.
Maybe. Well, they haven't. Well, maybe.
Avengers Damage Control.
That is so.
It sounds so dumb. Yeah.
Well, I mean,
Whoa.
they can change it though.
Who's a big bad in X-Men?
Oh, also,
Galactus?
also Guardians 3 takes place 10 years after the events of Endgame.
Which is why they said Thor's not going to be with them.
Yeah.
Even though they set it up like he was going to be. But,
Ooh, that was better.
what was I saying? When they first when they first came out,
As
they called
Guardians
it
of the Galaxy?
They called it Infinity War Part 1 and Infinity War Part 2 when they first announced it. And then they changed it to Endgame. So even though it's called
Damage Control.
Damage Control now, they might change it.
But at the same
Like,
time,
actually-
we don't know what's
Because
going
it's
to
not
happen.
going to come out for like another 5 years, right?
Probably.
Because they got all those setup movies to do.
It
To
may come
introduce the new characters.
because like the next Spider-Man movie doesn't come out until
2021.
We might not even
Yeah.
be talking about this in 5 years.
You don't know If Marvel, like the Marvel movies have lasted for 10 years, why can't they last another 5?
I mean, us sitting in this room talking about it.
Wait, what? Say your sentence again.
I mean, like us sitting in this room.
No, the sentence before that.
You started talking. I forgot the sentence I was talking about.
Did you say that we won't be talking about this?
We may, yeah.
Yeah.
So?
We can YouTube will ban us.
You could be dead 5 years from now.
That's great. Thanks. You can be dead.
I won't be. I'm fine. I'm not gonna die till
I'm
40.
gonna live forever.
Nah. Thanks to denial, I'll live forever.
You gonna die today? No, denied.
But like, I don't know. I don't see the Marvel movies going anywhere anytime soon.
No.
Even though
they have way too many comic books out there for it to go to boy.
Well, no. I mean,
Avengers versus X-Men.
They could start. They could start being bad. People could lose interest. Like I personally have started to lose interest in superhero movies. I still watch them when they come out, but I don't care. I'm not like into it. I don't go watch them in theaters or like actively speculate or watch like YouTube videos about like maybe this is what it's about. Blah 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 blah.
So you're not super hyped for the Night Monkey movie?
No, I'm not. I can't say that.
It's literally just that scene from the movie. That's it. That was like, I paid $14 for this.
That was really funny when that happened.
What's his name? Night Monkey.
That was like the other thing. Like when Disney bought Fox and they got the X-Men and stuff, they immediately announced that they were going to keep Deadpool the way he was, and they weren't going to do anything. Like they were still going to be rated R and be raunchy and blah blah blah. And they haven't announced a single Deadpool movie, like at all. Like they're working on the third one at all.
Maybe Ryan Reynolds. Well, Ryan
Reynolds recently showed up in Hugh Jackman's apartment in Deadpool.
Dude, he just shows up everywhere where he's at.
He's just kind of a goof.
Wherever Hugh Jackman is, Ryan Reynolds is right there.
And now everybody's really pushing for Keanu Reeves to be Wolverine.
What?
Yep.
He's too tall.
So is Hugh Jackman.
Well, a bunch of people want it to be Tom Hardy, but if they're gonna keep Venom,
yeah.
But no, he can, because Venom is Sony's. That is Sony's movie. They don't. If they don't put.
But if
they've
already announced they're trying to put Spider-Man and Venom in the same movie.
No, I said they were wanting to.
Yeah.
I don't know if it will.
Right. We don't know if it will.
Because everybody's like, confirmed, Tom Holland versus Tom Hardy, because Tom Hardy dressed up in a Spider-Man costume recently, apparently.
Right, and he could just be doing goofs.
Yeah.
Night Monkey versus bigger Night Monkey.
Right? I had no idea that Tom Holland was British until I saw him not in a Spider-Man movie, and I actually heard him talk, and I was like, whoa!
Are you kidding me?
He told a story about one of the takes that he did in the first, I think it was the Homecoming movie, where he goes into the deli or whatever. Mm-hmm. And he said, when I went in there, he said, I wasn't really thinking about it. He said, I started talking like I normally talk and everything. He said, what you got there, mate? And stuff. He said that, and they left, or he left and went to do the next scene. And he realized what he did, and he told the directors, and they said, "What'd you do?" And he said, I talk like I normally do." And they're like, "Really? We didn't even notice." Like, how do you not notice that? He's a British guy.
Well, I didn't know he was British because I had never even heard of this man until he was Spider-Man.
Well, no shit.
And
that's literally all he's known for.
I mean,
I'm sure.
But now think about all movies that he's in right now.
I'm sure he's done something before Spider-Man.
I don't know.
I
he wasn't.
If
he had to have done something.
No, the only thing
I know he was
in
a
Iron
dancer.
Man 3.
He was also a dancer.
He was in Iron Man 3.
I don't think he was.
It was the little kid.
Peter Parker was in but not Tom Holland. Wait, no, Iron Man 3, that's not the same kid at all. Iron Man 2 is who I'm thinking about. The kid that has the little Iron Man mask.
Oh, yeah, that was Tom Holland.
Yeah. No, that wasn't Tom Holland. That was Peter Parker.
He said that was him.
No, he said it was him as Peter Parker. Iron Man 2 came out in like 2010.
Alright, he was in a movie called A Rarity? The Impossible, How I Live Now, Moments, Locke, Billy Idol, The Music, Live, In the Heart of the Sea, Tweet. He was in like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. He was in 8 movies before he was Spider-Man.
Yeah. And that was
in
his
the disaster film, The Impossible.
Yeah. In 2012.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Then he was
I had a
in...
feeling that Spider-Man wasn't his first movie.
Then he literally jumped straight into Civil War.
So,
Well, he jumped straight into Civil War in 2016, so he wasn't even Spider-Man until 2017.
The hell are you talking about?
He wasn't in his own movie until 2000.
But he was Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Yeah,
War.
he didn't get his own movie.
Oh yeah, but that's when he was cast. So yeah, and then he was in Edge of Winter and A Lost City in the same Lost City.
You know, Tom Holland's got that face that, like, in 30 years he's gonna look the same.
You don't know that.
I mean, he's got your face. You haven't changed at all.
He was on a show called Lip Sync Battle. What the hell is that?
Lip Sync
Wait,
Battle?
have you not seen that?
No.
Dude, okay, you gotta see this clip.
A reality
It's
music.
LL Cool J hosts it.
Oh. Never mind. I've seen this.
Yeah, but have you seen him?
No.
He dresses up like a woman.
My mom watches this.
He sings
Hold on.
something.
I'll show him.
I don't care.
Something about umbrellas is all I remember.
It's not important.
But it is.
It's really not. I don't want to see it.
But you do.
I really don't, because it doesn't matter at all. Like, not even a little bit. Oh, God.
Are we done?
I'm just standing up.
Okay.
You can't play that.
I can't.
I don't care. I'm not going to watch it. You can't make me.
Now. It's your signature no, Brad.
No!
Mary Jane played Bruno Mars. She's dressed up as him.
Does you know is Bruno Mars is gay? Have you not seen that? Yeah, Bruno Mars gay article? The
Hey.
rumor come
There you go.
out, does Bruno Mars is gay?
Hey.
Bruno Mars is the most discussed in media in a few years ago. Dude, what the fuck? Stop. I don't want to watch it, and you're going to get us copyright stricken. Stop.
For real.
If you keep talking, I'm just going to keep playing it. I don't care about what that is.
Alright. It's a funny news article that somebody wrote.
And I
Full
don't
of
give
broken English.
I don't give a fuck.
At least mine won't get us in trouble.
For real.
You're making fun of a gay guy.
He's not gay! That was the point! The point was it's an article full of broken English speculating about whether or not he's gay. And it's like, is Bruno Mars gay? And it's like, that's not even words.
Sure it is. It's just not words correctly written.
Right?
I've been watching Konosuba.
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 What'd you think?
It's like,
Let's
You're watching
see.
the dub, aren't you?
Yeah.
it's terrible. The dub is off.
I remember listening to a preview of it.
I even showed you a clip and you were like,
Yeah.
oh.
I think I literally went, ugh.
Yeah,
I think that was my response.
It was like,
I was not in
it was like a little bit of excitement for a second, and then all of a sudden it was just like crashing.
It was the second
What are you
Megan Lee
doing?
started talking.
Huh?
What are you doing?
My stuff ready.
It was the second Megan Lee
still
started talking.
recording.
I was just like, ugh.
He's standing up too.
I don't like that. That is not good.
Anyway, thanks for watching Yare Shack.
Oh, you weren't even done.
Uh-oh.
Finish. Explain.
Okay, so let's see. The episode that just ended was she got cursed by the. She went and blew up the mountain, used explosion on the fucking castle.
Oh, the
day
the night
after
dude.
day
The
after
day,
day.
the night dude.
Have you seen the guy talk about that?
Who?
Have you seen the part where he's like day after day after
Yeah,
day
I've seen the whole
in
fucking-
English?
No.
It's hilarious.
I mean, it was pretty funny in Japanese.
I know, but it's even hilarious in
And
English.
they use his head as a soccer ball.
They do that.
They didn't do that yet.
Oh.
I thought they did it in the same episode.
No, cause he just puts a curse on darkness.
Yeah, Aqua will take care of it.
Yeah, Aqua's just like cool.
So,
it's like what?
So I can't remember. Is them going to that village where she
Hasn't happened yet.
hasn't happened yet? Oh.
That's in what?
Season 2.
Wait, there's a season 2?
Yeah.
No. Spoilers.
Oh.
Yeah.
I'll probably.
It ends after 13, I swear.
Yeah.
There's only 10 dub.
Crunchyroll's slow at their job.
Yeah, anything that Crunchyroll is dubbed, I'm not into.
Yeah.
Crunchyroll
I
dub
was
it?
really disappointed in that
They did.
too.
They were.
Because I think originally Funimation was gonna do it, and then their partnership.
You know, because I kind of felt bad because I like with Hunter x Hunter.
Yeah.
I went and oh wait, yeah, Hunter x Hunter.
I don't know who dubbed that.
No, but like when I got to episode 144, the last episode,
Okay.
I almost said Sentai.
I actually went to
I think that's
went to
right.
the sub just to see if I'd watched them all because I didn't know if someone
Mm-hmm.
had dubbed it all,
Mm-hmm.
and I was sadly right that it was done.
Mm-hmm. I thought it was 140.
But you know what? Before they end the show, let's just like tell you about all these infinite universes that might be out there, and then end the show.
That's not what happened.
Basically,
No, all I did was say he said this section of the map that you see is not the entire map. The world is bigger than this. That'd be like if we had a globe, and then it turned out that like there's stuff on the globe that isn't. They don't show it to you.
so
but there's
Minecraft
stuff.
map with an endless world.
No, it's not endless. It's just bigger than what you think it is.
Yeah, but he was talking about other universe, like other worlds. Like
I don't think he was.
he was.
I think he was saying it's like other worlds, and you just haven't experienced anything like it.
Are we going back into that Avengers time thing again?
No.
But thanks for watching Yare Shack.
Viz
AJ
Media.
will sign us off.
Viz Media was the ones that.
I was just checking that.
Yeah, Viz Media.
Yeah, there's 148, not 141.
Oh, that's at 44. But yeah, 148. Sign us off, AJ.
It is Viz Media, but
That's our show.
just because Viz Media is the
We'll see you guys another time.
licensor doesn't mean they're the ones who dubbed it. They could have hired a dubbing company.
Yeah.
Share,
They could have been like, hey, like Viz could have been like, hey, Ocean,
subscribe,
wanna do this, Ocean? You Canadian fucks.
watch our other videos.
that you did GT and we didn't know.
Oh, and we'll catch you later.
Cause doesn't Viz own the Dragon Ball manga?
Possibly.
Aren't they the ones who print it here?
I know that. No. Well, I thought that was Toei.
Toei is a Japanese company.
I know, but I mean, I thought they also did manga too.
I don't think so.
I can't remember.
I think that-
I can't remember if they're strictly animation or if they.
When I think of American like manga publishers, I know Viz, I know Seven Seas, I know Faku. they technically count. I don't know if Toei has a English manga licensor. I don't think they do that. I mean, I'm not saying they don't make manga. Like Dragon Ball's in Shonen Jump, obviously.
Yeah.
But I don't know who
Who they send it out to like translate.
Yeah, I don't know who publishes Shonen Jump in America. I don't. Maybe they have their own branch here.
An American office.
Yeah, maybe they
That's a
do.
possibility.
Maybe they didn't used to, now they do. I have no idea.
I have no idea either.
I'm not a big. I don't follow manga the way I follow anime. Although I read manga every now and again. What's your thought on that, Nick?
You caught on to what I was doing.
No,
I knew what we knew
saw
what
it
you
on
were
the
doing.
corner of my eye the entire
We knew what you were doing
time.
the whole time. That's why I looked at the camera and went.
I was just busy. I was explaining my.
I know I was listening, but I don't.
Like I didn't care about what you're doing. I was talking.
Like, share, subscribe. Like he said, check out our other videos, and we'll see you next time.
You could have finished it.